Where's my party?
We gotta put this on something hard though. Can I use your side panel? Because it's digging into the, like the, just flip it over, like, yeah. Because the laptop is, like, it's digging into the bed and then suffocating the...
That's happened to me before. Oh man, this thing
Ooh!
is...
CPU's at 100%. Woo!
You know,
95, 100.
there's a dead fly in there.
Dropped 120 frames.
Hey, where we go? Players.
I'll have to monitor the drop frames to make sure we don't drop too many. You know?
You may need to clean your computer.
Okay.
We got a fly.
Yeah, we're still dropping 120 frames. I'm guessing that's because I literally yanked the webcam at one point.
You lived a good life, my good friend.
Hey Hamlet, look, you found a spot not in my suitcase.
I'm disappointed in you, Cat.
How's our audio, guys? I didn't ever tweet this out. I probably should do that.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Live tweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the. Oh, no, my laptop probably can't handle dealing with two different.
Do that if I want that.
You know what I mean? Like not the tweeting. I'm saying like, because I wanted to put the webcam on the laptop in like a small in the corner. I don't know if my laptop can handle. I mean, we can try it. It's gonna cry. Video, integrated camera. Oh, high CPU. Yeah, as soon as I drop that in there. Yeah. Well, guys, you're only getting one webcam. The little i3 we're running this on my laptop can't.
It works perfectly.
It is.
Just doesn't like multiple things.
Yeah, it doesn't like multiple video sources at once. I mean, that's reasonable. It's an i3, right? Like, can't expect too much from it, I think. All right, let's tweet this shit out on Tech Exchange.
There's no working computer over here, is there, right now?
No. I mean, like, that one will work, technically. This little Pentium guy here.
Just, like, pull chat up or something. Somewhere that's, like, actually visible.
Oh, that's not gonna, like, it turns on.
Oh, please.
You know, like, it works in that aspect. I don't even know if it has Windows on it.
Yeah, it's a little... Stupid 24.
Yeah, only the 120 frames that dropped while I was doing
Camera stuff,
yeah. Swapping in Frozen's replacement at Corsair H110. Hashtag all the RMAs. Livestream. And I think I'm trying to remember what my short link is for Twitch now. I think it's just text.cx/Twitch because I got my own short domain now for links. All right. Oh, but I should use the full link because doesn't it have a link to your stream on your thing?
On your what?
On the broadcasting page. Mempoline.
Like the full link?
Like the one I want to share. Well, it should just be /tech exchange, right?
Yeah. Whatever you're using it as. It's impossible to use screwdrivers.
What are you using?
Screwdriver.
Oh.
It's impossible.
Where's the little guy? Oh, he should be over here. Oh, by the way, did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that.
People keep telling me it looks like a cigarette.
I mean, a little bit.
I thought it was pretty ingenious.
Here, you want to tip this up for a sec? So I forgot that this guy plugs in the back.
A beer too.
Go for it.
Where did I put it? Oh, I didn't hit tweet. I hit the tweet button for tweet.
Yeah, that's not true. I mean, it is true, but.
Alright. Oh, Edsel's got a spider on his car. He says it's now time to burn it.
Yep.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
Alright, then we'll go over to... Yeah, we're at 90. We're going 98 to 100% CPU usage. She's sweating. If you guys have any questions, just throw a chat throw a chat in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
No, throw a message in the fucking chat.
We take all dumb questions too.
Yeah, we take any and all questions. Like there's, you have access to your
What's my
tweeter.
favorite color? Don't actually ask that because I don't know.
Mine is apparently yellow now. I just learned that I own a lot of yellow things, so it became yellow. That's how it works, right? Notification of expired payment option needed. Oh gosh. Yeah, I already talked to you FedEx and he told me it wasn't a good payment option. Should I send it to Peyton?
What?
The stream?
I mean, we could.
Oh yeah, the laptop is not a happy camper.
But with multiple things going on, or just...
I'm using the browser while streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be happy either. I love multitasking.
I mean, it's not even a quad-core laptop. But hey, it's doing it. That's all I can ask, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it does Adobe. You just gotta wait a while too. Like any of the Premiere and stuff like that, it'll do it. It has just enough hardware kind of to do all the things I need to do, just not.
Take these stupid ones off. Special ones. They're like pull down or push down or something.
What?
Stupid ones.
Oh, you're trying to take the whole thing off at once?
Yeah. It's just gonna be easier.
I think it just sideways.
Oh.
Sorry, got it, and then you can just lift it off the other way. Yeah, you should pull the fan off first. God, cheap coolers, man, are just a bitch. I need a little screwdriver. Here, there's the red one. Is it not? Oh, right. It's in the back, I think.
What, just a pry screwdriver?
Yeah. Oh, Squares has it.
Oh, I dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, the long red one works too. Like the long, skinnier one. So it's pretty. I don't think you can get these Craftsman ones anymore. Because Sears is gone now. Got it. There you go. Probably clean that up right away. Just
Yeah.
all that thermal paste that's on there. Ugh.
It smells delicious. I know what you're talking about. I got a snack from Rob.
Switch this over. This was, like to switch scenes and whatnot. Oh. But as I said before, this was super ghetto done in a short period of time. Like in between me coming home and, well, no, I ate food. So in between you saying it'd be 30 minutes and then
You
sleeping.
don't even have to chat up. That should have popped up.
What? No, because that's in my one browser. My other browser has my other stuff in. Oh, we got a retweet from one of the. Oh, wow, we're really behind. We are not prioritized.
I mean,
Like, now it's just putting me on the webcam.
yeah. What? How do you mean?
Like, I've been off my webcam for, like.
It was fine. Like, it popped over, like, on my phone, like, significantly faster.
Well, maybe we'll just pause the little stream preview then. Because maybe it's just my laptop being overwhelmed.
Probably. Let's be honest. Oh, this has a fancy.
Where's chat? There you are.
Use this at work to light stuff on fire. All the time, actually.
Can I pop chat? Oh.
Yeah, you can. It should be in your chat settings.
Steam chat. Oh, do I have to go to my actual
Yeah, you'd have to go to your actual
channel?
Yeah.
Luckily. The other nice thing about making these short links is I just have to remember like my short link plus Twitch now, instead of like, and my YouTube is text.cx/YouTube, instead of actually remembering like all of my actual.
This cheap stuff comes off slow.
Ooh, Charger's in here. Hey, Charger.
Hello.
How's the
CS.
what's the well, he just proposed to his girlfriend. Whatever that's called.
Engagement.
Yeah, how's the engagement thing going? Stream chat. How does pop out? I'm bad at the Switch thing, guys. Just a heads up. I don't Twitch. There's pop out. I found it. I don't Twitch, man. Well, I don't say that. I shouldn't say it because I'm tweeting right now, or Twitch streaming, or whatever you want to call it. Nope. That's Hamlet, guys. He's got a hair vault.
And then he goes right back to looking at himself. What a guy.
Hey, man, you gotta. Alright.
See, imagine if I would have taken that $1,200 I put towards golf clubs and like.
Going back from Portland, Seattle. Didn't even know they were a beer. Now they're like my favorite beer.
I was gonna bring over some of my beer, but
You sell beer here?
well, that's the stuff we bought at ASIN for ASIN, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking my other stuff. That's actually. I brought home some red lager.
Because you still got Stella in there, and I think I drank most of the
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Newcastle Brown or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, you have the poor job. These are awful.
Yeah. Pigs on Twitter probably.
That's hang on. Where's my phone? Oh, is it quick?
Oh man.
grip.
Done.
Yeah. I can probably mute Hangouts for now.
Professional stream here.
Yeah, it's so good.
Did you toss that other?
What?
Did you toss that other screwdriver?
I put it back over here. You need it?
Probably to poke those things out. Stupid bracket.
What cooler did you end up getting? Was it a thermal take? Yeah. If you're wondering,
Cheap $20 one.
yeah, cheap $20 thermal take.
Maybe 30.
It's somewhere around there. It looked better than the Hyper 212 at least, and I hate that thing. The bracket though, I will say, like your CPU bracket there, I thought it looked like it had a real CPU bracket. And it doesn't.
It's on the back.
I mean, it has a bracket, but it's plastic.
That's what you did. Oh, that works.
They got these hand pinchers, like. I mean, you're gonna want to put this back in here, otherwise you're going to.
Yeah, nah, I'm
lose
not
them.
concerned about losing anything. I'm not gonna need that again.
That's what you say, and then
2 years down the road, baby.
yeah, they wouldn't give us the. I was trying to get you the replacement of this cooler, the H115i. You know what I mean? But we got the nice Dominator plat, man. Killed, man.
Oh, I think it's pretty much good.
Now you gotta pull your motherboard out though.
Probably just grab these guys.
Yeah.
And my.
Oh, your SATA connectors.
Oh, these are a pain.
Dude, you didn't. Upgrading the system though should be as simple as like chucking in a motherboard, CPU, and RAM.
Yep.
And graphics card. Or you can do one or the other first. With your system, I'd probably chuck in like a 1160 or something.
Windows 8 ready.
Yeah, man.
Back in the day. Let go.
Got it. As much as I like that case, there are some slight
Fingers
flaws.
don't work either. That kind of helps. Doesn't help. But,
Let's tweet this out with my tweeter. We'll see if we get some more people's.
what time is it? What time is it? Curious.
Knowing how my followers work is like they will come 5 minutes before the end of the stream.
Yeah.
That's how it always is. Like I had no comments, and like as I'm finishing up because I had to get to sleep to go to work the day before I went on my trip, like 2 people dropped in, and I'm like, "Where were you this entire time?"
It's like, hey, hi.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
the only issue is we should probably pull this back so it's not back cam
I
the
mean,
entire time.
I mean, you have a chair right there. You know what you can do? Oh, look at that!
Fancy technology here.
By the way, I have this is, if you're wondering, a microwave cart that had wheels on it. Then I built Anthrax 7 and 8 on it. 8 broke it. So it's now reinforced by 2x6s in the top and bottom.
Because it was overweight.
I mean, yeah. Turns out that a 100-pound computer is more than a microwave. Yeah, over 100 pounds.
Just a bit.
Now it works okay. I'm going to build a new one of these out of 4x4s eventually. And I'll put one of like a Lazy Susan on it. It's going to be fancy. I'm going to put a anti-static mat too. Like so we don't potentially kill things.
This motherboard's straight out of 2012.
I mean, hey, still kicking. Yeah, we'll have to. I mean, that was probably under your arm
It's
before.
probably like Klingon.
Yeah. I remember the next version, the 97, they didn't give you the armor with it. You had to buy it separately. That was the same price. I'm like, really, guys? Like,
Gotta make money somehow.
and now Asus doesn't even make
Armor.
the Griffin anymore. They don't make the Sabertooth anymore as the latest boards. I love my Sabertooth boards. They kept the Tough branding. Now they're just called Tough. Like it's like Tough board, Tough this, Tough that, Tough X299, Tough.
Yeah, I left that armor here, right?
That is a good question, isn't it?
It's not gonna be at my house or something.
Yeah.
Thought I did. I don't know why I would bring it home, but you know, I've done stupider things.
They were maintaining. I think this is acting as a little bit of a heat sink too.
Yeah. Oh, that'll
yeah.
Yeah. Pause while we look for.
Yeah, take your right here.
Okay, good, because that would have been. I would be actually kind of sad.
Oh, yeah. I got for you. You're probably gonna want to clean up a little bit. You're just a little dusty. But as you know, Noctuas don't ever like die. Yeah. I mean, they do eventually, but here, 2 Noctuas.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have the ones from.
The pink ones that are now.
Oh yeah, if you guys haven't seen this stuff, like the tweets about the pink Noctuas, he somehow managed to turn his top 2 Noctuas pink. And to the point where Noctua doesn't know what we did and wanted them. So they got sent off to Austria. And
along with the LED strip.
yeah,
That was off colored.
it's gotta be some reaction to either the plastic, you know, like the weird rubber that's on that LED strip.
Yeah.
Did you pull it off first? It's gonna be awful for people on stream, but
Everybody mute your stream for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Nothing interesting is gonna happen. Just.
I mean, because I don't think I can mute. Oh no, I can. I actually have a hotkey.
Actually muted. Not actually sorry though.
Well, Squid says he can't make it out tonight, but he's gonna watch the stream.
You better.
He's doing dishes and pooping cats. And
I swear he does dishes every day or
well, I
something.
mean, we went out last night. I know.
Like a responsible adult.
Dude, this is actually pretty awesome. Look, it's your cute little 4mm fan.
Yeah, it's dusty as shit.
This is dusty as shit too. You wanna know? Did you blow off the plate?
No, why would I do that?
God, mute your stream. 3, 2.
I'm just gonna microfiber cloth this. Okay. That's it. I don't want to burn it out because I feel like this is probably gonna be a really. Still some like dust that gets stuck on that. That thing doesn't actually.
Oh, that's the stuff that gets like embedded in.
Well, yeah, it's like static clinged to the blades. Plus, it.
Are we still doing good? Hopefully.
And see you later, all the viewers, because of that loud noise. Sorry. Hope you come back.
Well, we gained 2 and then lost 1. So. Which holes does this use?
It uses really weird ones. Like it uses like this guy.
Because this should
line up with some holes. Yes. They aren't. Yeah. Like so, you got this guy.
Okay, there we go. It actually
What are the
sits in
screws in there?
there. See, I told you to put them in the back plate and like screw it together.
Yeah.
You didn't do that. So we gotta find them.
Yeah.
Like that's the easiest way of remembering where screws go, or you know which screws do what.
This is why you don't let me do things alone.
Hey man, you're fixing your own computer nowadays. You're a big boy.
You know, that's why it really needs a Windows reinstall again. Cause.
I think all your shit's in here in your cooler box.
Oh yeah, that's exactly probably where they are. I put all the screws together. So.
Okay.
They're like really small, like really fine threads. Like they should be like easy to find. Right?
Oh, of course, I'm bumping the camera.
Oh no, they're really coarse thread and they're really long.
Yeah, they should be coarse thread because they're going into plastic.
Yeah, those are them.
Oh, I never locked down the head of the tripod. That would, You should see some of my other videos. Like, most of it gets edited out, but it's always like, oh no, I forgot to do X, Y, or Z. You know what I mean? And then I have to fix it in post usually.
Oh yeah, that's right. They screw in there. This design, it's like this.
Yeah. Where's that not coming off?
That's probably microfiber off.
Yeah, it's on my finger. My finger's not a clean enough surface. Surprise, surprise, man. Rip LED strip.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to replace that double stick tape too. It is gone.
What I think happened is when we had an overheating issue,
Yeah.
it caused that LED to go all wonky, and then it started putting out like
UV light instead of normal light?
yeah, or like
Something.
gamma
It definitely has
radiation.
something to do with the LED strip.
At least we hope so. Otherwise,
I mean, it's Noctua's problem now.
yeah, I know.
Hey, at least it didn't break one of their new fans, right? Like.
Yet.
Yeah, that's very true. Yet. Let's go to Twitch.
I need a smaller screwdriver.
You need Phillips 1?
Yeah.
Do you want? I want like a big boy like this guy, right?
Yeah.
One.
Impaled on stream.
It's fine.
Wouldn't be the first time. It might even be a 0.
Is that too big?
Yeah, I think it's a 0.
You're gonna make me like go and
Yeah.
get screwdrivers? Okay.
I think. I mean, it doesn't help that it looks like it's a little stripped, but.
I hope I get. Because every screw in my screwdriver drawer is like in order except for the precision ones. This is
Oh, yeah, that's.
I gotta find a buyer for my 16 gigs of
Are we still muted?
DDR4.
We're unmuted, right?
Yeah, we're unmuted.
Okay, not that you're sitting here like.
No. At least according to the. I mean, I can play this on my phone.
We're muted.
We actually have very little lag. It's got to be my laptop because it's, you know, having a heart attack right now.
Picnicking.
I gotta get my second Razer video up too, because the first one actually did pretty well. I mean, well in the sense of guy who has 34 subscribers. Well, like it actually had some reach. Turns out when you do current products, like it, you know, when it's new enough, so few people have it that no matter how small you are, you will actually show up with the results.
I'd like to point out we're significantly lacking music right
I can, but if I play things that are like,
now. Copyrighted, I know.
yeah,
So you just gotta go get some non-copyrighted music.
I have not done this research yet. You know what I mean?
Monster Cat playlist.
I
I don't know if that'll be music you like though.
I've listened to Monster Cat before.
Those are all whatever they're called. Streamable.
Yeah, there's a word. I mean, otherwise I could just try to start playing like esoteric enough Japanese artists and hope they, as long as they're not
in the copyright.
as long as they're not Sony, like published,
Yeah.
they probably won't be picked up because Sony is like they actually have covered, like they have their stuff's all over here. I mean, you might be, dude. I mean,
I hate to say it, ever since
you could get a ferret then instead, because ferrets are kind of dope. I don't know if you're allergic to ferrets though.
pet raccoon.
If you eat garbage. I mean, if you had a pet raccoon, you probably want to treat it better than if you eat garbage, but you know.
It's not actually my pet, it just lives in.
This one just goes here, right? Like,
Yeah, and this is fan.
but I know you should probably wait until the 8 pin goes in. Or can you just go like that? Little cute 40 pin fan.
Little plug.
Stream. I can't spell today.
Well, now we gotta try to wedge that stupid freaking cooler that's bigger than it needs to be. Man, these are dusty. I was gonna get new fans that weren't dusty.
I mean, they're probably the same vintage as the other ones in your system now.
You're not wrong, but wait. Lacking chat interaction.
Well, there's no chat interaction at the moment. Like, there's no chat to interact with. I'm pretty sure.
Hi chat.
Did you actually say something? I don't think it ever popped up on my end over there.
Oh, that should be. I'm now host. I was hosting.
You were hosting, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Sweet.
Hey, I just got your tweet.
Tech Exchange should tweet out before that, but I realized that I have way more followers than Tech Exchange does. People have asked me that
This is
before.
weird. I'm watching myself on the.
You're watching yourself watch
watching
yourself.
my phone. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Is that like when you stream while watching a stream while playing a game? Is that
Oh yeah, I
weirder
do,
than
that
that?
I do that all the time, minus the me streaming thing. I watch a stream where sometimes they watch a stream of another streamer while I'm playing a game. While they're playing a game.
Your computer in general is just unhappy with you though, hasn't it been? Like
I
you
mean,
try and do anything.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Oh, it's a Gertrude.
Yeah. First cat appearance of the day.
Oh, you are shedding. Like,
That is gross.
you are shedding a lot.
Getting ready to die tonight. But yeah, like I was saying, after Ash has no longer been with us. Whenever I go home, my eyes aren't like
Burning.
yeah.
I mean, you very well could be then.
Gnarly.
The CDs are so nice.
noses and stuff.
You can't be allergic to Gertrude. CDs are Gertrude.
Got a little bald spot there, Gertrude.
And my chair just sank all the way down. Because these are the chairs that have the bad cylinders. I gave Squares the one with the good cylinder because apparently I'm a nice guy. I mean, he did give me a pair of wheels because
the
orange ones. Yeah.
The hurricane in Texas.
Yep. The hurricane in Texas lost the wheels. We ordered another pair that came in like 2 days.
Didn't they get reimbursed or?
Yeah, and then like 2 weeks later, they just like
randomly show up?
yeah, they just randomly show up, and I'm like, Amazon, what do I do with these? Keep them? Oh, okay.
If you say so.
And then I'm like, hey, Squeers, do you want a second set of wheels? He's like, what am I supposed to do with a second set of wheels for my chair? I mean...
Double swivel.
Yeah. Backups? I don't know.
Where's the grommet?
Did you knock it off?
I don't think so.
I have definitely have extra grommets around here, so I can get you one. It might have fallen off while I was disassembling my...
Probably. Well, let's pop the motherboard back.
No,
we don't put the motherboard back in. We put the thing in first.
Yeah, because it's that big. Because the H110... No, we use the H110i now.
Yeah.
I put H110 in the title. Oh, well. We're missing an I.
They make the 110, not I version anymore.
Your first? No, not anymore, no.
Yeah.
They don't even make the 110i anymore. They make the 115i.
Yeah, they sent me the cheap stuff that they probably refurbished. It was probably one that we sent back. The one that had the broken tube, they just cut it off and put a new one on.
Now I have a Gertrude, and I'm petting her, and she does not want to leave.
That's probably not the safest place to put that, but whatever. Hey, I found the grommet.
See? Did you knock it off? Well, wiping it down? No.
Not a chance.
Richard, you are like shedding like mad. One of these days I'm gonna have to take you outside and just
blow you out. Blow you out with the
Bad C Tech told me something about like because I took a picture of the new Razor mice on my Gigantus mouse pad. And he's like, pro tip for tech review cat owners, lint roller on the mouse pad. And I'm like, my Gigantus looks so bad now that it's just like I don't care.
Is it down here?
What are you looking for? No, it's upstairs outside my office. Okay, Gertrude, let's go.
I'll be back.
Hop up. Do. Yeah. But yeah, so we're doing an unboxing of the H110i GT.
Yeah.
Brand new from, well, brand new.
Guess
From
what?
Corsair.
It's not a surprise what's in this box because we already opened it 3 times before.
Hey, we'll have some more Corsair fans that we're never going to use.
You're not wrong. That we're gonna not use, and then I'm gonna have to send it back. They're gonna ask for them, and then it's gonna be this awkward situation of like, sorry, I don't use your crap fans.
Yeah, they're like, you need to send the fans back too. What if I
considered-
don't have them anymore?
It's
Well, why
not
don't you have them anymore? Because I didn't use them.
Because sorry, I have better fans and make my temps better.
Mostly noise too. Like, because apparently, like the Corsair fans can get really good
I don't
temps.
see any watermarks.
They're just like, you know.
Don't see any water. You got your typical nothing that I'm never gonna read.
If you've never installed an all-in-one cooler, read that probably. You know.
Just put the thing on.
First time PC builder. Yeah, just slap her on there.
It looks like the slot that's supposed to go into. Sure.
Here's the 2 Corsair fans we're not going to use.
The cable I'm also not going to use.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you can, if you can buy non-smart water coolers, do it because you're just going to run your pump at full speed anyway.
I got our brackets and our.
Oh, but now on the RGB trays, right? Like people want like the RGB pumps. Okay, step 2. Don't care about RGB, or at least like
But it's our RGB
like, or you know, like at least not like
box.
like what is it? The NZXT one is like $50 more than this if you bought it. Same pump internals.
Mm-hmm.
It's RGB, man. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but no leaking, no wet in the bag.
No, I don't. Do you see any water in the bag?
It's not damp. One hand in the clear.
There's significantly many bent radiator things, but
As long as it's not the tubes, you're good.
Yeah,
like, as long as it's
the
the fins, you're fine.
yeah, it's just a horizontal. Well, horizontal it goes that way.
Yeah, but the actual fins, not the tubes, because the tubes have the water in there.
Yeah, no, it's just the heat transferring.
I don't know if I've showed you this before, but one reason why I buy brands like Corsair, NZXT, is they will either make sure that there are no tubes under the.
Does that look smaller, or is it?
No.
I'm just crazy because it's
Yeah,
all tucked because it's so tucked up in there. You don't have to see the extra.
The big difference between the H110 and the H110i was they squared off the radiator. Like this is it looks nice, like it's very square, but that makes it not fit in there. I mean, it fits. We make it fit, but
yeah,
you gotta take the motherboard out, which
so
it's not. I mean, I would say I would just go with the Corsair shit. I mean, the Corsair shit isn't. It's been shown. Now, obviously, reapply new thermal paste if you're, you know what I mean. But if you're doing custom stuff, yeah, replace your thermal paste and whatnot. I mean, like with the Corsair stuff, has been proven to be like within a degree or two of you manually applying it. Because there's a variance of yes, this is lower grade, but they've perfectly applied it. So there's kind of that like you're going to use better thermal paste, but
you're
do a worse
contact
job
there.
Yeah. Because you suck applying thermal paste. Not you. Just everybody always sucks at applying thermal paste according to the internet. There's no correct way to apply thermal paste. Or you can never be correct when applying thermal paste.
That's not something. This is something I need.
Yeah, dude, your side panel is working as a heatsink.
Yep. Is it warm?
Yeah, it's warm. Like it's actually heating up. Yeah, it's probably a good thing I went down to 30 frames a second, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and for people wondering why I say you need more than 16 gigs of RAM, this alone is using 7.
Yeah.
And we're only doing one camera, you know what I mean? Like, I'm recording and streaming. You don't need a screwdriver, do you?
No, that's the small one.
I'm looking at another beard.
Okay.
My good ones are upstairs, so. Or the sour beers. Upstairs, I should say. You want to see something weird that I learned? Well, because I set up my new phone. Look at how many icons are blue. Like,
I can't see half of it. Your background is going so nuts, I can't even tell where you're at.
what so many are blue? So, you know, like,
yeah.
blue, 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 blue.
Because blue is cool.
And I go to this page and it's like red, 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 red. Did you? Oh, yeah, you sandwiched them up there, didn't you? Oh, we should probably show them the trick for doing this then.
Yeah. Wait, no. They were on the bottom. Weren't they? No, they were on top.
Well, we have this powerful device called Twitter, and I posted your build, like...
They definitely were on top.
Yeah, because I think we hit all your fans away. That's why some
Yeah.
people didn't even know you had all Noctuas, because...
Half of them you can't even see.
Yeah. By the way, guys, every fan is Noctua, even the 40mm.
Yes.
You probably want to turn it so your back's not blocking everything.
Sorry.
Again.
I'm
just
not
turn the
good
whole
at
thing.
this.
Oh, you don't have to use the... Just put some extra fan screws in.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're on the top.
So you can...
I'll save your 2 cents with a zip tie, and myself a whole bunch of hassle.
I mean, I'm glad you used the new zip tie holder.
Yeah.
Does it work well?
Sometimes. Where's my screwdriver?
You probably want the ratchet you want. My phone. Here it is. Okay, let's look at. Oh, by the way, guys, his build should be found under Darunia. If you look it up on the Twitter and Instagram.
Ooh, we need a washer.
Those should be in your bag of things. I think. Photos. According to the pictures, yes, your fans are on top of your cooler. By the way, we never took new pictures
we
last time we redid it.
We never sent back the bolts.
Yeah, I just said fuck it and just sent them the cooler.
Yep. And did we send it back to mount either? No, because
No.
I have all the pieces for the mount too.
Yeah. I mean, it's broken. Do they really need all those bits? I didn't say anything. They really wanted the fans back though.
Yeah.
And I legit do not have those.
Not they in someone else's.
Probably.
Highly likely.
Pro tip is save all your all-in-one cooler fans and your CPU cooler fans because they're better than what come in the case. And then once you save up enough of them, somebody who like can't afford better than the included case fans, you just give them a stack of fans, and they'll be.
No.
What did you
Dropped
do?
the washer.
Right here. I know carpet is like the worst. Like it's good because things don't bounce; they just like. But then it's like.
I'm just gonna steal. So I just lost my idea. I'm gonna go steal a rubber washer because these aren't big enough for fan screws.
No, you can use the. I have a bigger size.
I just need 4 of them.
Maybe 5. Right, 4. Hopefully, toss these away. Go get some beers.
Okay, that's shot work.
Preston, you're lucky because we just got the AC fixed. I'd rather be like a bajillion degrees right now.
Yeah.
Let me check chat here real quick.
I can't remember if we put these both out.
I don't know, whatever works for you, man.
I think the routing we had for these fan cables. No, we had it the other way because of the way these are laid out. You have one closer, one further away.
Yep.
So, like this.
Oh, it's probably still looked the same from the top because we didn't originally have your,
Yeah.
like you got the new filters. No. So it kind of covers it.
Yeah.
Covers it up. Oh yeah, well, for those who are wondering, the trick for the mounting these is because your fans are on top of your radiator, which is nice because then when it sucks in air, all the dust gets caught on the bottom of the radiator, and you just take a microfiber cloth and go like, bloop, and it gets it clean. So Preston may or may not do that. But the other thing is what you do is you put 2 of the diagonal screws in, like normal fan screws. Then the fans are attached to the case. And then what you do is you put the bolts through on the other 2 for each fan. And then your radiator will be attached, smashing the fans, not smashing, but squishing the fans into the case. Then you can take out your fan screws and put in more bolts. That way you're not, like I used to way back in the day when AIOs were first coming out and hadn't figured this out yet. Like, try and like futz with holding fans and all in one spot at once. That was not fun. You know what I mean? Like it made it way more challenging. I'm surprised no manufacturers have. Oh, that's because they want you to mount the fans in push, not pull. Like the other way around.
Yeah.
But it's way harder to clean that then, because then you have to take the fans off anytime you want to clean the radiator. Which is kind of butts, Yeah, and I wouldn't tighten these down too much.
Yeah.
Another big thing is 120mm radiators are the exact same. For some reason, 140, there are 2 standards for 140mm radiators on spacing of fans. So they can be closer and farther apart. That's why on this case, there are actually small slots in one of the fan mounts, not just holes. Just put this over here for now.
Well, we gotta.
What's up?
We're at the point where we need to mount that.
Okay.
Tube's go on that side.
Yep. Here, when this gets rebuilt, we need to like yank out your rev cage.
Yes.
We'll have to get Charger to make us a SSD mount or something.
So this is where things get a little hairy.
How did we do this? It fits. The question is,
I know you like have to like wedge it in there. It's really weird. I'm not sure how you want me to.
is it this way, or
You
do
have,
we
like,
have to
you have
go?
to like angle it, and then when you're going down, you can twist it so it goes in at an angle. You get like it.
Should we maybe have not? Oh.
Dude, we have to attach. We had to attach the fans to this first, didn't we? Somehow.
No, what I'm thinking, pull this fan.
Oh yeah,
'cause-
slide it down.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
By the way, guys, if you have the normal H110, this is not an issue at all. In fact,
This extra water reservoir, or coolant reservoir, makes it too long.
yeah. Okay, so this, yeah, we'll take this out now. And then pull this fan out over here.
Okay, there is in fact water in there.
Well, that's always good. It is a liquid cooler, so we'll hold this fan like kind of up. So, am I hitting?
Oh, we got cable here. That's probably part of it. I'm just gonna push this guy back through. Pull it.
Oh, you know what? There we go. We got it. Now slide that fan up.
Oh, it's twisted. That's why.
I gotta squish this down. But oh, here. You know what's gonna make my life a ton easier? If I take off your. How do I get those off? There we go. Come on, you. Did I break it? Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna get some epoxy out.
More projects for the day.
That's what happens to 6-year-old plastic, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we don't have to fix it.
There you go.
I have one for my that's what I want to do is be able to get it from the front. I'll just grab one for my 750D.
Okay.
Because it's the same. This is like the baby version in that case. I mean, I'll probably fix it, but at least we don't have to do it. I don't have to do it tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
it just needs to get pulled tight. It does. It's just it barely fits in there.
Oh no, this has to go this way more. Is why. It actually has to slide forward more. I think that's about where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You got the bolts?
Yeah. I'll put the corner bolts on here.
I'm trying to find you a place to do that. I have them because my 750D doesn't have any installed right now.
Of course, we were incredibly intelligent and decided we were going to do this on the one.
Oh, the farther side? Oh, they're not the same.
Epoxy time it is.
Alright. Oh, shit. Which one here's? Dang it. Oh, okay. This one they fixed. Did they do? that shouldn't have broken off.
No, it's just-
I know, but here, look, like, this is attached here even. Like,
yeah,
like that should not have.
yeah. No.
That's what happens. Oh, I mean, the Corsair's build quality has not always been, you know, the best. I'll put it that way. Oh, we got 2 viewers now.
Squares.
No wonder. How's it going, second viewer? Well, there's more people in chat than
Yeah, that happens when
than
you have,
viewers. Interesting.
yeah, that'll happen just with how things happen.
Let's see here. We haven't dropped any frames since. I mean, like I'm just happy that no laptop can take it. I'm gonna have to find some sort of metal place to put this thing on when I'm in the garage, though, because it's actually heating up this side. No, I have an old side panel from. Okay, remember how I used to have 2 of those? The Nanoxia Deep Silence 4s?
Yeah.
I have 2 panels left because I kept the panel because they're really thick steel. I thought I might just use them for cutting up stuff. You know, like say I need to cut out a chunk of metal or something like that. You know what I mean? So I'll just use one of those up there. That's even thicker steel because they use, you know, they're not Corsair. Is it not hitting it? Well, it can't move left or right at all. So it's going to be the fan that you're going to have to move that. What we need is we need a flashlight. Flashlights should be. Oh, I found the one random. The red screwdriver is supposed to be over here. Alright, so this one, if we. Yeah, you're not aligned at all, is what? At all. They have to go that way. Well, actually, technically, then, this whole thing has to go this way.
Yeah, the entire stuff.
Well, no, like this fan,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
has to
like
slide
both
into
fans,
the whole.
yeah, both fans have to.
So what if we just loosen
Yeah.
this guy here?
Yeah, this is actually a bolt.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just loosen that one.
And the screws here.
Jeez. Oh yeah, it's like the fan, so it's gonna be like. This, and this, and like that.
And these fans keep going further. And that should pull the radiator. So there should be a little gap here now.
Let me take out this. That was still attached.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's bang on still.
Awesome. I mean, that one should have been. It's just we need to pull the radiator back further, so these
Just tighten it a little bit, and then this should.
be lined up pretty close here.
I can get it. Yeah, it's actually lined up. The fan is off a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not straight.
But and see, there's this little gap here.
Yeah.
That's the wider stance. The less wide one doesn't have a gap between the fans at all. Okay, I'm actually gonna go get my beer now. I still haven't done that. Hey, I mean, this is a good test for my new internet connection too. You know what I mean? Like, we're not technically doing 6,000. We're like just below it, but it's not dropping frames. So, how big is our? My only other concern is how big the local file is going to get. You know what I mean? Only 8 gigs. I got like 100 free on here, so should be able to go for a while. What I really need to do next is, if I really do plan on doing more of these streams, is actually like create my Twitch, like fill out my Twitch profile and like description and shit. Yeah.
Seriously, throw that bag of stuff back in there.
I don't know, man. Luckily, I still have epoxy out over there, so.
You don't have to paint it black this time.
Yeah, that was tricky business, dude. We
Not
got
set,
it to
not
work.
set, not set, not set, not set, not
Bam.
set.
Yeah, on my fan filters, since they're not visible, I just foregoed that whole process. But on yours, because they're literally straight on visible, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it's the side panel here, right here.
Yeah. I mean, you got it to work. It was just. See, that's something where I think a video would have been helpful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't always say like videos are good for certain things. Like, a lot of times I prefer just an article or something.
Please, you fuck.
Is it? How did this break? Like, legitimately. I don't get. Oh, I do get how this broke. Here, look. The clip, right, is super thick. Look at the clip piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the surrounding plastic. It's thinner than the clip. You should make it thicker than the clip. What happened? Just slowly off? Yeah. Or you can use a little screwdriver. You just need to. Getting this puppy back in is not going to be. So how rage mode were you getting? Not Destiny, darn it. Free rage mode?
Mm-hmm.
Scourge and I have since played a bit. Oh, they added deathmatch back into 6v6.
Okay.
So it's actually playable now to a certain. Because like the biggest issue with the 6v6 before is you were restricted to basically playing in the areas where the points were. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like you knew where to shoot, you knew where you were going to get shot from, etc. Whereas now you can kind of play wherever you want, however you want. I also got this kind of crazy scout rifle that I've been having a shit ton of fun with. So the way this broke, I think I'm just gonna have to order you a replacement part, dude. I don't know how much it is for one. It's like $5. I'm just gonna
because it's more like I don't know if I'll ever be able to epoxy that back to being the same.
Tight.
Yeah, because here's the thing: is the way this snapped off. Look, it's actually the inside of it that broke.
Yeah.
Like, so I need to put it this way, but look at the shape. I can't put it. You see what I mean? Like, I need to put it inside of. Like, okay, here's a triangle, right? Now try and put that triangle shape like into the triangle, but through the top of it, like this way. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Without deforming it. The problem is the whole reason this broke because it was deformed. I mean, we can probably get it to look half decent with just like half in for now. Oh, the other trick you could pull is gluing this to this,
Mm-hmm.
and then putting them in as one.
Epoxying them together.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Actually, these being ABS, all you would need is acetone, and you would
stick them together.
and you pop, and they would actually not weld, but
Chemically bond.
chemically bond. Yeah, because you're like literally breaking down the ABS. I think are you breaking the chemical bonds with the acetone on the ABS plastic?
Yeah.
I don't remember. But yeah, acetone plus ABS.
My organic
equals-
chemistry is not the strongest right now, so.
And he's not even drinking. Well, anymore. Here, try this though.
That's weird. That's not like beery at all.
No. Well, like aftertaste, you'll get a bit beer. But it's a sour, which and this is a session too, which means it's lighter on. Well. So yes, I basically drink these like they're not beers, which might be. Yeah, after a couple, it gets bad, but you know. I really like sours. That's what this is. I believe it's a type of. I don't know if it has to be an ale. Everyone I've had has been an ale though.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to have some sort of like fruit or citrus.
Well, it's like a shandy
Um,
style thing then. But it's not like made with fruit juice.
No. Like during the brewing process, this happens. I don't know what they do to do it. I could probably look it up. I don't know. It's a newer kind of beer. Like it's not that popular. New Glarus has like 3 they're trying out, but you can't get them anywhere. Like if you go there, you can get them, but they're only on their experimental. Like one they're making is out of rhubarb,
Okay.
which might be interesting.
I mean, yeah, I'm curious. I mean, it's probably technically a shandy then. I don't know. It's weird.
I like it though.
Rules.
Was asleep on a train. Whoa, you went to Seattle? Adrian went to Seattle. He had been in Portland for like months and still had not gone to Seattle.
Mm.
I told him to take the train because I had to take the bus on the way there because I was smart and tried to book my train the night before, which, yeah, heads up for people who want to go from Portland to Seattle or Seattle to Portland, do not book your train like the night before. Yeah, and 2 of the sours, this one, which is Dogfish Head, and the other one, which is, I had a third one too from New Belgium, but that's more of a, it's more beery considerably.
Okay.
I don't remember what, it's a slightly different kind, but both the one from, what is it, it's Breakside? It's a place out of Chicago. Oh, by the way, he interns at Liney's, so that's beer. Yeah. I took a picture of it. Camera. The one I had was from Revolution Brewing in Chicago. It's Freedom of Peach, or Speech, but like with peaches. Yeah. It's also a session sour, sour ale, session sour ale. That's the same as this is, essentially. I like those because they're also not high in alcohol. Like you can sit there and drink like 4 of them at least without really getting a decent buzz going. And that way, because I always found like, I don't know, I just really like these. I thought I would start drinking. I tried a couple because like when I was in Portland, Seattle, like they have so many beers from so many like local breweries that it's just like I just kept buying like different beers. You know what I mean? Like, and if it wasn't great or I didn't like it that much, I drank half of it or whatever and got a different one. You know what I mean? And I had a couple sours there that I really liked. The other one I had is the one from New Belgium is it's from a special reserve. It's the sour Saison, Saison, S-A-I-S-O-N, blended barrel aged farmhouse ale. I don't know what Saison is. This is a type of something, isn't it? Like plant or S-A-I-S-O-N. Oh, is a pale ale. Okay, so it's a sour Saison, which is a type of pale ale. But it's not as... Yeah, it wasn't like... I'm not a huge pale ale, but it was decent. It was definitely more beery than this was, though.
Pale ale, but gross.
I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. Pale ales, like... Yeah. Sour beer. Not beer that's gone sour, but like... Okay, beer style sour beer is a intentionally acidic, tart, or sour taste. The most common beer styles are Belgian, Lambics, red ale. Let's see here. At one time, all beers started pure yeast were not yet available. Another message for achieving tart flavors, adding fruit during the aging process to spur on a secondary fermentation.
Under non-ideal conditions, probably.
Yeah. Takes months to ferment and can take years to mature. Risky specialized from a beer brewing, long-standing breweries produce it. Lambics often specialize in other Belgian-style beers. Yeah, they weren't, like I said, like the goes. Yeah, I had a sour goes. That was really good there. But I think people who like don't necessarily like beer might like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to like sour too.
Yeah, right. And I like sour a lot. Like,
yeah.
Like I can sit there and eat like a whole bag of Sour Patch Kids, and then get sick. That's what you do, right? When you eat that much. So, oh, I was gonna look up the
Here, we didn't scratch this time. Remember this?
Yeah. Yeah, I would leave that protector on for now because it still has the thermally piece on it. Let's go to. That's one nice thing with Corsair though. They have nice. Getting replacement parts is easy. Another nice thing, the reason why I also got into sessions was because when you're drinking a lot of beers, like I wanted to try a lot of them. Like you don't want them to be as like heavy. You know what I mean? Like alcoholic, and then you can't have as many without getting like
Toasted.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, by the end of every day there, I think I was pretty toasted, but you know. Oh, can I tweet out on, or can I use Instagram? Some people follow me on Instagram. Let's throw up the. What would I use as? Because Instagram you have to use picture. Should I grab like a screen cap of Twitch or something? And if it looks like I'm not helping, it's because I'm not. Where's my Twitch thing? Let's check the. Oh! We had somebody in chat. Sorry for me not watching chat. Fine, looks like mostly just me. Yeah, sorry. I'm not huge. If you know anyone, enter. We're also streaming at like midnight on what, Saturday?
Yeah.
So people probably have things to do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not as much as you think, but.
I don't know, man. I'm not one of those hip guys. So I don't know if anybody hip guys would be watching. Like, or would like. You get what I'm saying? What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do?
Where's the Lincoln connector?
Did you? Oh.
Oh my god, I'm pissed.
Oh, because, yeah, you gotta feed that through first. Yeah. Because I don't think that's good. Yeah, because it smashes it.
It comes through right there.
Yeah, and like the fan connectors we can get through there? No, I don't even think fan connectors we can.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. The joys of PC building. Joys.
Oh my god.
So-
heart just sank.
By the way, just so you know, we didn't do this just to prove people on Linux Tech Tips Forum that this couldn't be done. We had this planned before we knew it was even remotely a tight fit. I mean, you can just put your air cooler back on.
Take the L. Or do you? It's probably not.
No, you can't fit the 8-pin through there. We would have to
No,
take.
I was thinking just possibly taking the radiator and tilting it enough to.
No.
Yeah, but we can't turn this at all.
We gotta fully take it out and feed it through and just make the wire get pinched essentially. And we should feed your.
Or could we take it out, slide the radiator, just take the radiator off, push it that way enough to get.
You only have about a half, not even a half inch, because you're gonna hit parts of the hard drive cages. Like you see this, they actually cut out the one above it so you could fit a radiator up here. If we had a SSD mount, we could literally just rip out your hard drive cages right now, or your optical drive cages. But we have no way of currently dealing with these unless you just want to like.
I feel like this is like the fourth time that I've done this. Hey, there's a dead fly on my.
You should
On my
probably
motherboard.
figure out a way to not have dead
There's
flies.
2 dead flies on there. What?
Are
Where did they come from?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know. They literally must have just. My mind is blown. Like, where did they come from? They were there when we blew it.
Maybe they were. I don't know.
What the fuck? I am so confused. Because, like, I literally put that on. Like,
Whoa. Dang.
well, the content just doubled.
Would it be better if I went higher, maybe? So you could see in the case?
Our fry friend. Yeah, probably would be better.
Alright. Well, we're going to switch back to the laptop camera. Back up. I appreciate it. We're going to try to, like I said, we're working on this now. This is probably going to take the rest. Yeah, we can see in there now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, in here.
Yeah. You can see the Noctua fans. The exposure which I can't really control that much because, you know, webcam, is not great. But they can definitely see your Noctua fans because they stand out. So why don't you explain what you managed to do?
So, yeah, there's like a CPU 8-pin connector thing that goes like right about here. Well, funny enough, it just so happens that it is right here, doing a whole lot of good when I can't push it through that grommet.
It's thin enough to fit, like, but not the connector.
Yeah, the cable fits.
So we have the option of de-pinning the connector and forcing the cable through, or undoing all of this. And I still think undoing all of this is probably the safer bet than de-pinning the connector.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I could do, but then we have a chance of it not wanting to go back together properly. I hate having a new phone, Preston, because I haven't moved.
Well, I guess, we were getting pretty close here to being done, and now we're right back at square one. Literally. Pissed. Baby rage.
Alright. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to try and get Houston back on. He's super busy right now, though. So, but I kind of want to get him back on as like a, just a throwback, even just for like a half hour, and just be like, and because I did actually meet up with him when I was in Seattle, because that's where Puget Systems is, and because you're sitting on that cable right now. I did meet up with him, so that was fun. He gave me a short little tour of Puget Systems. Met up with Kevlar Condom too. He's the one that nicely actually drove me out there. He actually even picked me up at the bus station. Like, I was not expecting. He's being far too nice, I think. I mean, I guess that's why you make friends on the internet, or you have friends, I guess. And obviously, if any of them come here, I'll do the same for them.
That's a funny joke.
The closest they might come is Chicago.
Yeah, maybe Milwaukee, but that's they might come up. They might come up for a day trip
From Chicago, yeah,
to go to Milwaukee.
Even you've watched some regular car stuff, right?
Yeah.
They recently went to Chicago. Get this, they had a meetup. I was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
It was a day before I got back from my trip,
Mm-hmm.
so I couldn't. That's always my luck, that.
This is.
Make sure you don't take all of them out though, because you have to put the ones for the fans back in.
Yeah.
Like two of the fans, so it doesn't just drop.
Well, we're gonna grab the ratchet.
I'm going to hit this out on the Instagram.
Since we'll be going for a lot longer now.
We're pretty going for an hour and a half, and yeah, I thought I was pretty good off with my new phone, and then like I had to use Twitch today, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't move that. It was Authy over or whatever. Yeah. Next.
Give it a couple too many.
So there's text.cx. Oh, I was wondering one of the main reasons why I wanted to make the the URL, or I wanted to set the URL shortener. Instagram doesn't let you put links into stuff, so you need it to be very, like, they have to be able to type it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, if it's too long, they're just not going to go to the link because you can't put links on things.
Yeah.
So text.cx/twitch is, you know, you can probably do that rather than, I mean, the Twitch tag exchange isn't that hard, but. By the way, short domains, like 2 characters even more expensive, but a 3-character, sorry, not, yeah, it's technically a domain, but what are those, I forget what they're called, but especially with a 2-character, world, whatever, you know, like your .com or whatever, like the .cx, those are so expensive, like a 3 and a 2, or like if you can get a 2 and a 2, those are so expensive. This is the cheapest one I could find. Was $20 a year, which isn't, like, that's not awful. I don't mind spending that, but most of them were like 60 plus. Any of the like big, like .gg, .ws, like the bigger ones like that were. I could have got CZ, which I wanted for Czechoslovakia because I thought of that. I don't know, I like text.cz. Text.cx isn't bad because it kind of, there's 2 X's in there. That required me, it was only $8 a year, but it required $500 up front to initially register it. And I'm like, oh no, I'm
good.
I'm good. And like that didn't initially say that. And they're like, yeah, that's because it's a text is a apparently a, like, all the main ones are taken already. Like your .us, .eu, .uk, you know, all those are taken, right? I don't even remember where CX is. I just took it because it was like there were 2 or 3 available at $20 a year, and that was the one that made the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a couple minutes and I'll tweet one. I'll do it under my Instagram.
So yeah, I got the chat up right here. So,
Okay.
if anybody says anything now, we actually might see you.
Oh, we got Wolfgang Blitz, man. Magnetized small battery drill works wonders. We got 2 of those. We got your DeWalt, your transformer DeWalt. Found this one from
Why I'm not using them.
Oh, it's because you don't want to strip the fans.
Yeah.
In front of you guys, we're dealing with radiators and fans right now. So you don't want to generally use anything more than your hand and even finger tight, because if you use self-tapping screw on your fans and you don't meet the threads, you'll put another tap into it, and there's potential that will pull out whatever plastic is there, and then your fan won't be able to be attached anymore. Using screws, at least. Using bolts, it'll be fine. And then the other thing is,
grab the radiator here.
Yeah.
It's gonna drop off.
the other thing is with the radiators is they're aluminum, like the all-in-one ones like this, and aluminum is a soft metal. So if you over torque it, okay, Preston, you should be able to get through now.
Yeah. So now we're gonna feed this guy all this work. That stupid.
Yeah, just pull as far through as you can. Yeah. Did you want to do the fan header right away?
Yes.
Right here. So yeah, basically you don't want to over torque any of this sort of stuff because we've stripped out bolts on all-in-ones before, and if you do one, it's not the worst thing ever. But if you start getting a couple stripped out, like,
It's perspective.
it gets a little sketch. You know what I mean? So that's why we're using screwdrivers. I have like this little guy that I got off Massdrop. I'll probably link it in the final video. It's as close as you can get to a precision screwdriver. That's Phillips too, or well, any
Yeah,
thing
pretty
you put
much just on the hands. We'll use the other stuff for when I remember that we have them.
We got the DeWalt one. Oh, as I almost stabbed Preston's case. DeWalt one that does the transforming. This is a 8-volt. Adam Savage is the one that actually. Well, he didn't say anything about it. He just used it in a video and made it transform. And like, you don't pull forward or back. You twist it right or left. And I was trying to figure out what the hell it was because DeWalt only makes 18-volt tools usually. And I found that eventually. The other one that I got actually from my work at a farm, Snap-on. And the really cool thing about this is it has one trigger that does forward, and then it's got a rocker for forward or back, and it's variable. And all of these are torque adjustable, so you don't crush your PC components. Always a plus, right? Yeah, say if we're like mounting the motherboard or something, that will zip it right in with that, or especially like a CPU cooler that isn't plastic mounted.
Especially now that like I thought I was done with this stuff, and then now I gotta go back and do it all over again. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
We all have those moments.
Here's something here.
I feel like last time I installed this thing, I did that exact same thing.
They all could have. I mean, it's such a tight fit back there. Like, what they should have done is see how this is centered, right? They should have offset it, but they couldn't do that because of the 5 1/4 inch base. Like, when we yank those out, we can kind of do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
You know. Basically, these 5 1/4 inch bays here, I don't know if you guys can see it decently on the angle we're currently at. Yeah, you should be able to. There's 5 1/4 inch bays here. Those are really much in our way. That's why a lot of people in Linus Tech Tips forums thought you couldn't get a 280mm rad in here. You just got to do it the right way, and it will go in. But eventually, we want to yank those out because we don't use 5 1/4 inch bays, and Preston only has SSD storage, which is hanging down here, and it actually hangs from that. So we got to find a different way to mount it. Hopefully, Charter's gonna help us out with that with his fancy tools. First I've seen. Oh yeah, it's really cool. Gyroscopic. And then the more you turn it, the faster it goes. And it's all based off your vertical, like when you turn the trigger. So technically, if you hold it sideways and it's on like this, it doesn't go anywhere. It's from your point of. Yeah, when you start it up. So and it has really nice bright LEDs in the front. The bits we're using are Milwaukee. The reason why I use those is they're very skinny. Whereas a lot of the bits do hex all the way through. These thin down, especially towards the tip, very much so. So, say if you're doing like the what do you call those PCI Express brackets or your graphics card, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
They don't get in the way, and they're not that expensive, because the longer ones get real expensive.
Motherboard in this time to grab all these cables that are in the way.
Yeah, move this out of the way. I'm pretty much refusing to make a Facebook for my website. So, somebody told me like, why isn't your stuff on Facebook? I'm like, oh.
You want to grab the CPU stuff too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. This will give you a tight fit, isn't it?
No, is this?
Like, I can
I don't got it.
You're gonna have to.
There we go. Alright. Yep.
It probably would have been easier to load it, like from my side. I'm realizing this now.
Anyways.
You're gonna want to plug that in and pull it through, I bet.
Yeah.
Like, here, unplug this. Plug that in. Then before we secure your motherboard, you're gonna want to pull the excess.
Well,
Yeah, you're. Okay. So now plug this guy.
it's just jam.
That's your CPU. Yep.
Yeah.
CPU main. I think it's with the bracket.
Yeah, because of those options.
Yeah, building systems not hard. Building them right, experience. Like, That's about all I'll say there with that. A lot of first-time builders could do a lot with, not even, like, I'm not saying have somebody build it for you, but just go to their house and build it there, because they'll have the tools, and people say, like, oh, the tools you need, yeah, you can get away with just a Phillips screwdriver, but, you know, having pliers, or even, like, just extra fan screws.
Pull this. Yeah, there it is.
I probably wouldn't recommend this setup, or find a smaller, like, don't buy the, like, does the H100 fit? Any of the non-square end tanks fit?
Yes. I just said I was a screwdriver.
That probably didn't impale you. Which one
That.
you want the DeWalt or you want
I
the
just
snap?
want one of the really long ass bit.
Then you want the snap on. You gotta put this. The longest bits are over here.
Long thing. Yeah.
The other thing I use a lot is Milwaukee. Here, this is the longest one. Count down. Milwaukee makes extensions that are like what, 2.5, 3, 6, and 12 inches. And you can swap them with the drill. You can swap them with the screwdrivers.
So 2 on the snap-on.
Yep.
Because it's gnarly.
1 on the snap-on and the DeWalt is too light. But if you're using like a bigger drill, like we had my Milwaukee, that was a drill,
Yeah.
that's almost
I'm
too
not gonna be
tight.
able to get that one. So,
You should, this one right here, you can get that. Oh, because it's so thick.
yeah, I need that super. I need that super thin bit.
Oh, I have one of those.
That's like usually hanging up over there. Throw your other bit.
12-inch Phillips 2. This is why I have a lot of tools. People are like, oh, like, don't you just need a Phillips 2 screwdriver? I mean,
I don't know if it's magnetized. It probably was. I probably just demagnetized it.
that's what you got. Oh, that's another cool little accessory. Who's it made by? Makita? Makita? It'll magnetize any bit. Or magnetize it more. Like, because it's basically magnets in a little thing you slide on there. Example, screwdriver, put this on there. This is already magnetized, but really only enough to hold the bit in. Whereas if you toss this little Makita adapter on there, it makes it more magnetized. Now in the case of this, the bit's short enough that most times I leave it off. But you know, if you're doing something where you need that extra pickup on screws, really helps. What's it?
It's too long for me to read.
Yeah. You also have auto rotate on it. So when I flipped it flipped it back to you.
Yeah, probably.
My sister designed new hardware so AI can finally realize itself. Things have changed a lot with TensorFlow. The very little bit I know about TensorFlow was talking to Kevlar Tandem, who gave me the ride to Puget Systems. So we talked about some stuff that you know, with Puget Systems builds and stuff he does. He's got the Titan V's. Is that the new one? The Volta?
No idea.
I don't know. It's like the $3,000 graphics card, like the one it's the next gen, but hasn't made it next gen yet.
Oh, bracket.
Oh, for the CPU cooler?
Yeah.
Right there. The brand new ones are straight.
I'll pop it in.
I don't want to smush your phone though. Your fan filter is attacking me. Alright.
It's just a plastic. Does plastic come off?
No, that's to protect it so it doesn't short.
Okay.
Like you know the pin, like some motherboards have pins on the back.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
This is a close one. So slide on it, kind of a pain to slide.
Yeah, because they don't have notches like the. One thing on these older Corsairs is they don't have notches on the back. Like even this cheap
thermal tape that's made of plastic has set, you know, like 775, 1150 series, 1366, 2011. Whereas the what you can do is you can lift up a little washer, and then that'll make it easier to slide, and then you slide it. Okay. Cool. Wreck your fingers. Don't ask me first.
Too late.
You know. But yeah, and a lot of my tools, like, I'm not gonna tell people to just go and buy all the tools I have, because Preston's been with me. Like, I'll just be like walking through Home Depot for like something else, and I'll be like,
irresponsible purchases.
yeah,
But
you know. It's like, I think in my cart here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different wire cutters. The ones we use most are on the side here. We got small wire cutter, big wire cutter, small pliers, big pliers, and then my little screwdrivers on there. The screwdrivers are in a, is this like a, it's a large cutlery tray that perfectly fits, you know, like your screwdrivers, right? Like, I don't know how to explain that any better than it is. And extra pliers are in here too. And then backside we have my new, if you check my Twitter, and I don't know if it's on Instagram
that's
yet.
not the right one. That is good in there.
You want the thin, yeah.
Yeah, I realize that.
But yeah, I made a little holder on the other side of here now for the tie wraps, because we used to have this thing where, oh, it's one of these. It's like a tackle box, and you need this though because I have these things called cats.
They're annoying.
Yeah, and they take your tie wraps. And I've tried to give them tie wraps before, because like you need to cut off a tie wrap, and it's like you can't reuse it. So you're like, here, cat, you should have this tie wrap, and they're like, no, that one's used. Like, I can't play with that one.
This is probably on sideways.
No, as long as there's
I put
two
it in the wrong-
notches.
I put it in the wrong hole.
There's two notches that line up here.
Oh no, there's another hole here that's deceiving me. Ignore me. I'm dumb.
Is it one for like the armor?
No, well, they're just two. I think they're for a different mount, probably.
Oh yeah.
Some kind. Is there a longer side? Am I going crazy here?
I don't know, man.
They're both the same, right?
It's a perfect square.
No, these are no.
Oh no, because this is, it doesn't tighten all the way because
yeah.
remember how you can only tighten like your CPU cooler down so far without smushing the pins in the socket?
Yeah.
So like this distance determines how far. So like basically you can't over tighten the CPU cooler, unlike some, because basically they made the threading on the like the height. That's how they're controlling the height, is that amount of wiggle.
Are these mostly for gaming, or are you doing miners as well? Gaming, pretty much.
Yeah, mining. I don't do any mining. Do people actually mine anymore? I don't think it's, well, it's not really profitable. It hasn't been for a long time to mine on your personal system. I mean, also Preston has two 960s, so he's not going anywhere quickly. They're good enough.
They play Rocket League. That's about all I need.
Yeah. How do they play Destiny? They're probably not too bad for Destiny.
They're not terrible.
Because that Destiny scales very well, actually.
That game sucks. So.
What game doesn't suck, right? Did you lose your rank in Rocket League with the season thing?
No.
Or do you still have it?
Nope.
Do they have more DLC, like paid DLC now?
For Rocket League?
Yeah.
Not yet. They will when Rocket Pass comes out. End of August. They'll
Is
have,
there a techno about actually being able to buy cars again, finally?
yeah, end of August they're planning on putting out Rocket Pass, which is, it's technically free, but the premium version is, I feel like that's a lot looser than it was before, but.
We might have revised it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, these don't have a longer and a shorter side.
Yeah.
I installed these. If you're running the version we're installing is the technically the H100 or 110i GT, which if you go by the block design, so it's a square block. It's made by Coolit, not by Asetek. I used to prefer these, but now that we've had 3 of them fail, not including the one that we never installed that came leaking, I don't know if I really prefer them.
think I might have changed my mind.
Yeah. Also, the nice thing about Ace-Tech is they're all, no matter what brand you buy, it's still the same circle mount. So if like, when my NZXT didn't come with the mount for AM4, I just grabbed one out of a different one, like for my Ryzen build. What we got here? Oh, Uncle Bill Drorin, can't stay quick follow. Oh, thanks a bunch. Thanks for the share too. Appreciate it. Being as small as I am, you guys are what are gonna help me grow, because especially YouTube hates me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna find my stuff via search, or like, actually, I sub with my personal channel on YouTube. I didn't get my own latest video. I got my Razer one, but I didn't get the more recent one than that, which is like, I've already experienced my subscribers being myself, not receiving my video releases.
Yeah.
3D print your own custom cases. We've talked about doing case parts before, and I've done 3D printing of like what my mic stand is 3D printed upstairs. That actually came from Sweden, because fucking one of the guys on Linus Tech Tips forums printed it for me because it was cheaper for him to print it there and then ship it from Sweden for $10 than it was to print anywhere here commercially.
Yep.
That's kind of pathetic if you ask me, but
If only I was still in high school and had the ability to get to that.
What?
If only I was still in high school and had the ability to.
Oh yeah. I'm really considering buying a 3D printer. They're about $1,000 now to get a decent one. Like if you want to build it, I think it's like $700 for when I have to build myself.
My roommate last year was working on a 3D printer that welds, essentially.
Like metal?
Yeah.
Because they just put out one that does.
It didn't work.
What was it? It's another alloy of some kind, like titanium or something like that. Like they already have one that does carbon fiber, which is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They have ones that do other metals, but I think it's doing titanium now, which is really hard to do. Like anything titanium, like even welding titanium is.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was their capstone project.
Oh, gotcha, for like school or something like that.
Yeah, and it didn't necessarily work as well as they wanted it to, but yeah, that's what they were working on. So.
Yeah, my most of my 3D printing stuff would end up being like I would only 3D print stuff. That would be the easiest way to do it, because there are certain things that or are you gonna go to a weird angle? You could, oh dude, that might fix something. What if you
Upside down,
like that?
vertically.
Yeah. I don't see why we couldn't, like, because this way it's too tight, isn't it?
Well, it's just it's like twisting it.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't mount hard.
and it'll clear your window.
Yeah.
Because before we used to have it like that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Or like it was like looped. Like you had to like flip it. You had to like.
Like.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, that's very twisty.
Yeah, I think that's how we had it or something. We had it. It was all left.
That way? Might have had it that way before. I think this will give you more RAM clearance though.
Yeah,
You don't get it
for
here.
sure. For sure.
Alright, well I guess that's where we're gonna
Well, we should
slap
probably
you.
clean that shit off.
Yeah. Yeah, I might end up doing some stuff with Charger too, with his does he have a laser cutter too now? I forget, dude. I want to know where he has half this shit, because like he's just got his apartment.
That doesn't mean you can't have a laser cutter next to your bed.
I guess.
Like
He's got a loving girlfriend then, I guess, because not many people put up with that shit.
I mean, you don't know.
Oh, he makes t-shirts now with his vinyl cutter too.
Okay.
So
T-shirts out of vinyl.
no, like
Like vinyl.
you can cut the thing for the t-shirt with the vinyl cutter. Like vinyl cutters don't just cut
What?
Vinyl.
Oh, that's
He can also make switch stickers now, so you don't have to like order them.
just asking.
Yeah, we gotta order like vinyl or like the 3M carbon fiber or so.
It's way more isopropyl than I need. But
He was asking me for the file and I couldn't find it.
I have to clean it up.
I can do it.
Sweet.
The file from the Koreans that like, they gave it to us nice Americans and saying like you can't like, you can have this but you can't profit off it. And what is like half the merchants do on Geekhack? They immediately try to profit off it and they're like, okay, we're not giving you guys keyboards anymore. And I'm like, no, fuck those guys. I didn't profit off it. We need the bracket.
Are we going to use the...
Yeah, I'm just gonna like from what I said, it's like it's like maybe a degree worse.
And it saves you so much time.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
The little thing that goes on top.
Okay, it's right here.
Oh, there we go. See, that is one thing I do like. The cool design is magnetic, whereas the Ace Tech one has that stupid like you've seen all the clips on the bottom. Like it's such a pain in the butt.
The circular one.
Yeah, I mean it's good because you can do it at any angle pretty much then. So without that in GDPC, like GDPC would not exist in its current state.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that that's improved. You know how many people are going to hate that the Corsair logo is not horizontal?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Even Paul and Kyle were giving me crap the one day about somebody's build the NZXT or Corsair logo was upside down because of the way I did the cooler. And I could have removed it, but like most of the builds I do are more they're not necessarily looks oriented because any of the builds I do that are looks oriented don't ever make it on there.
Yeah.
Because they there's nothing for them to critique. They have featured Anthrax twice, both Anthrax 7 and Anthrax 8. But that was more of a like, hey, look at what one of our followers did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they'll sometimes do like a featured build that isn't.
Yeah. For the purpose of...
Yeah, it's like this is what you can aspire to do.
Yeah.
But he did it with Noctua, so brown.
Yeah.
You know, that was.
Did we label any of those?
Is SATA connectors?
Yeah.
They're all labeled. 1, 2, 3. I learned something from Houston about this too. He's on his stream. He's like, instead of writing like I write numbers on them, he just puts lines.
Or dots would work too.
Yeah, but he puts it on like the say like the side here, so it's like 1 line, 2 line, you know. But he also has to. He constantly complains about having to wire up. Like people will order their computers with like 1 or 2 hard drives in it, and they'll be like, "Yeah, but I want you to wire up all the SATA ports." And like they'll do a lot of workstations. So there's like 12 SATA ports, and then they get them in later for upgrades, or they're replacing the system. They'll give them for recycling, and there's like maybe 1 more drive added. And he's like, "Why the fuck did I go through all that cable management?"
Oh yeah.
Because he basically puts a drive in there and cable manages it,
And then takes a drive.
and then takes the drive out. Yeah.
That sucks.
I'd be like, yeah, I just no. Because they're trying to make it easy for them, like the client, to do upgrades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be easy. Yeah, so you go, I'm gonna buy another hard drive, just stick it in.
And they just never do. That's
But
the
that's
issue.
expensive.
This is the other thing I always thought with hard drives. If you ever notice on most hard drive cages, they pull out the front with cables on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to take 2 side panels off. Why don't they pull out the back and plug in the back, or pull out the front and plug in the front? Because you get what I'm saying. You want to take off 1 side panel, but they always pull out this side and plug in that side. Unless you have like an old school case, then they plug in like in here.
You just have to have long enough cables that you can pull it out and unplug it. And then...
Like a 3-foot cable. You do realize speed degrades over a certain period, right? Like,
Who cares?
well,
Well,
plug in all this
I don't wanna.
garbage. Oh, are we still using just 1 PCIe power for both your GPUs?
Yes, we are.
We're classy, you know that?
Yep.
Let's check the stream. Oh. Oh, we got Invent the World followed me and liked my post. I'll take it, right? Still no more drop frames. Alright. I gotta get everything moved over from my G6. That must have sucked having it back all your two-step stuff. The USB 3.0 connector?
Yeah.
Literally the worst connector designed ever.
I don't know if that's in or not. I never can tell.
It's in.
Okay, it's just shit.
Yeah, when this comes over, it'll pull it more into place. The one thing that you'll need to do, I mean, not need to do, you don't have to. What I'd say is like get custom power supply cables for your power supply when you rebuild it.
Oh, that's where these fucking cables. We gotta like squish this bastard down so you can fucking get this goddamn cable in.
Oh, the best way is actually don't put
Together, yeah, you have to put them together.
Yeah, or half put in the bottom one.
Yeah, just get it in the slot.
Yeah. Don't actually clip it in. And then when you push in the top one, it should snap in the bottom one. Yeah. And it's because they have clips. The thing is it required to be SATA 2? Not even SATA 3. I think clips are like a requirement because they have to be seated in there properly.
Oh god. I assume this is how they went.
You have one that's not being used right now. So it goes top 1, bottom 2, top 3, bottom 4.
Okay, so that one doesn't really, so I assume that's how it went.
Yeah. I mean, they're close enough together. I mean, I would have to. Well, we started labeling them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably for your OCZ drives. The last two that we popped in there.
Yeah, probably. This one should be easy.
So here's hoping it starts up right.
Yeah.
See, I don't know why they didn't just put this freaking header in with the other ones. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we just zip tied most of these together, right?
Yeah, and you, like I hit him on the back side of this, I think. This, oh gosh. Pull these apart. This one plugs in the motherboard. That one has to go behind the motherboard tray. And that one we just tie up because we don't use. We should be able to get back. Oh, I know what we did. We didn't even do that. We just went straight outside. Like we cheated. I'm pretty darn sure, yeah. Because there's no way that we can get this under there.
Unless we took the.
But you can't because this has to be in. Like this can't be mounted until the motherboard's in. So I'm pretty sure that we just like. You know, like.
Oh yeah.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Probably get your RAM in first though before we figure out where it's gonna go.
This goes in like.
Well, any of the headers, probably one of the ones that.
Top.
No, it can't be that because we need to monitor if it
Is running.
is running or not. Yeah. You got chassis fan 1 down here, or you got chassis fan 3. I'm guessing probably that one. So once again, we probably want to put your RAM in first.
No, we got one here. This is where we went.
Yeah, that's probably where we went. Tire that up. Pull this. Can't see. Show you go right. The headlamp. Oh, we got back down to one viewer. Help.
So, is that the right pen or is that?
That is correct. You did it. I'm just gonna make that look pretty once we get other stuff in there. RAM next? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit, Preston. That is gonna be interesting. We need to get the cable for this rear fan through the back. We fished it with something last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we tied a zip tie to it.
Ah! Yeah, that'll work. This radiator. See, because if this wasn't here, you could offset it towards the window, and you wouldn't have any of those issues.
Yeah.
But you know, they thought that people still used 5 1/4 inch bays back then, And I do, but not in cases this small.
Yeah.
You know. Open up here. Yeah, I mean, do you actually want to put your RAM in?
Not at all, actually.
Just thought I'd check, you know.
Shit only causes like the most issues.
How many times do we get? That's like not. That's like good RAM too. Like that's not like.
It's just it never sits well. And then... Let's do it here. Oh man.
I gotta create a script or something that just dumps all on all my, like like my social things at once for this. Yo, I got a new follower on the Twitch. You guys totally didn't hear that, right?
I don't think so.
We're still gonna...
Where this goes. Didn't we slide it out the back of the motherboard tray? Like back behind here? Like we snuck it underneath here, like we popped the motherboard up, slide it underneath and then go out the back. I think that's what we did.
Yeah, this guy we don't need. Let's see how we do.
'Cause we had, I remember we had a cable coming out of here. Somewhere. Because I know we were like, that's probably not
Yeah, no, because there's no way we're fitting that anywhere through any of these grommets.
No.
It's not. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, didn't it come to here?
Oh, jeez, how the fuck did we do that?
Yeah, I think we literally put the cable through the motherboard back here.
That seems like a lot of work. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, we'd have to take the motherboard off and just slide it in.
Is there another place we can plug it in? No, probably not.
You know, we could slide this out and you could actually run it through this grommet here. Isn't there a grommet up there somewhere?
Yeah.
Then we can plug it in right next to it here. It wouldn't look as nice, but...
Well, I mean, this goes here, so there's not really like... I mean, I have extensions of this that we can utilize, but...
Oh yeah, that's all. Wait, did we just tuck this somewhere?
I don't know, man. It definitely was plugged in here, so it must have come up over the top. But there's no way to do that with the... Did we like loosen up the whole thing and then
Well, we had to redo all the cable management. Like we redid everything back here.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell we got it.
This is just plugging it, so it runs this way.
Yeah.
When we redid the fans, probably.
Well, this... Wait. Okay, is this plugged into anything else but this? No. So, and this has a long cable if you look.
Yeah.
So we could relocate this whole thing if we had to.
Yeah.
That's not... That, we just have to get the cable that plugs somewhere back here.
I don't know if it's gonna make it back there.
Well...
Without going right over the top of the RAM.
Well, you have it in a fine spot, actually.
Yeah, no, like it's just not gonna make it in back.
Well, that's why the world made... Oh, you know what the difference is, Preston?
Huh.
This was about 90 degrees or more turned that way.
Yeah.
So you had more length then.
I mean, actually, yeah, we could slide it in right in here. I don't know if we are going to be able to get it in there without taking the motherboard off, though. That's the issue.
No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get an extension. And we're going to extend it. And the other option is to So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it there, right? And if you put it vertically, it's gonna look weird, right? Like that, right? And then we're gonna use an extension and go to the other side
That's fine.
because that looks half decent, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not great, but it's better than what we're gonna get. And I don't care. I don't care at this point.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not. I'm gonna be.
See, because the issue with routing these cables for this cooler up under this is that has to go in
Yeah.
before that does, which is the motherboard has to go in before that can be mounted, and that has to go in before the motherboard can go in.
I mean, you can take the motherboard. Obviously, you can take the motherboard off while it's in, but
That seems like unnecessary.
just a
Well, let's go with
cable.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have an extension. Yeah, this needs to be like we're literally it's just drilling out those two rivets on each side and then drilling out where there's like one up front, I think. And then that whole cage will just drop up. And we'll be rid of that thing. And then technically, I mean, with how this is mounted, what you would have to do is you can slide it this way, but you see there's a height difference between this and this. You'll have to use like a rubber washer as a spacer, because, or even two, because otherwise this side it'll tip like that essentially. You know what I mean? I mean, theoretically, if you wanted to, once that happened, you could do a custom loop in here if you wanted to spend the money on it, because this fan down here would be a perfect place to mount your pump res combo. Like it would fit right here really nice. And then you just go graphics card, CPU, thick 280. And because the minimum requirement for water cooling is one 120mm fan per component. And that'd be two 140s, and you could get a real, if you offset it all the way to the outside, you could get a really thick, chunky guy up there. And that actually be a pretty simple loop, because it would literally be like into the top, out the bottom, into the graphics card, out of the graphics card, in the CPU, into the rad. And you could actually do a cross flow rad. Those aren't thick though usually. But otherwise you would have to go from here and then just pop it over there. And then that would actually be a pretty clean loop. The only thing that you would have to worry about is probably length of the GPU hitting the res in the front. That'd be the only. But most of them aren't. Like they wouldn't hit this. Or you can make it short enough. Like you get like a short res, you know, like that size. But that's all for its rebuild. That's really, I can tell you water cooling pain that took us.
Yep.
So, yeah, well, you've seen all in one how much pain it took us all in the water cooling is, and then you've seen the issues that I've run into with my water cooling loops. I'm just going back to water now. Yeah, a little algae removal and just swap it 6 months. Just take it out before it gets nasty, essentially. Ugh. And I'm going to run, because I have stuff from all different brands, I'm going to run the cleaner I bought at Micro Center down in Chicago through it. And I will probably, I'm debating, I could technically set up the whole loop now, like with all the parts I'm going to use, and then run it, just let it, you know, because it says like per step it's like 4 days, up to 4 days. And I kind of want to do it as properly as possible so I can try to mitigate as few issues as possible. Technically, I mean, like I could do it once the loop's together too. But then if anything were to go wrong, it's together.
Yeah.
You know?
You should hand me a microfiber cloth, because it's too gross. I mean, my fans are clean as shit, but which is the purpose.
Yeah, that's literally the purpose of a filter.
I hope that.
Oh, we got 2 viewers again! Woo!
Hello.
Hello, new viewer. Who are you? Oh, it's Squeers, I think.
It's like, hi, person that hasn't talked in chat. I hope you don't mind me just yelling at you.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Squeers. That you? Out there? I mean, it's managing Preston, but this little laptop. What was I gonna get? I was gonna go get something. Oh, extension. Say it, extension.
There's nice little spider webs in there. Cool.
I got the whole box of stuff it should be in, theoretically. See, theoretically. Yeah. Is there anybody out there? That's what Screech says.
Sorry, my phone's like a mile away. I can't actually see chat right now.
Nope, that didn't sound good, did it?
Sorry, earphone. Headphones, earphone.
Technically, I mean, it's not, and that's not an improper term. Actually, some would say it's a more proper term.
Yeah. This is a beyond clean.
Yeah, you can use the blower.
This stuff's way more better.
Want some red thumb screws on your case to totally match.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a 10-pack for 4 for
Josh's computer's still hanging around.
Yeah, I need to show him. I painted up something for the different color blacks I have. I have yet to show that to him since I got back. So I get over there and show it to him. Talked to Charger too. He said don't bother plugging the holes as long as I'm not doing a ton of coats. It shouldn't.
Should be able to see him still.
Oh no, the thing is like you won't. It shouldn't affect the threading, or if you do, just push a little bit harder and it will. Yeah, just get the paint out of there. All right, so I only have this SATA extension. That one's super nice. I'd rather not use that one if I can avoid it. If anybody needs any thin fans, like I'm talking about like 120 and 140 millimeter, like 10 or 15 millimeter thick fans, let me know, because I have a lot of them, because like there was no good brands for the 120 or 140 millimeter thin fans, and then Noctua just like started making them. So I bought a bunch of different ones for GPC, like in the bottom under the GPU. And then I ended up using none of them because Noctua's like, yeah, we need one. And I'm like, well, let's buy that. You know what I mean? But I have like 4 different ones. And they're all like decent in one way or another, like PWM or hydrodynamic bearing. Like, here's one of them. This is the one that used to be in GPC. It looks kind of cool. Prilo Mantech. It's got a lot of very thin, like it actually, like, it moves a good amount of air. Like it's like pretty. Yeah, it's actually a decent fan. It's just compared to Noctua, yeah, this is also more of an airflow fan, not a. And that's why you want it spinning slow. You can feel like a lot of air going across. It's not an air pressure fan. And the thing is that bottom fan is like almost on the ground, and that's right up against the graphics card. So, what do you have to put in yet? You might want to dust off your stuff. Or you think you're gonna keep this case when you rebuild?
No idea.
No idea.
I just spent too much money on golf clubs.
Well, I mean the actual like right now, because right now an 8-core Ryzen is like $220. Motherboards are like $100, maybe $150. Like that's not awful, right? RAM. I just had to buy 32 gigs of RAM for my Ryzen system. You might be able to get it cheaper because you go 4 BIMs, but $400. It's literally more expensive than the rest of the main components in the system. Like, that's why like Adrian, when I was out in Portland, he was like asked me, like talking about doing a new build, and I found out he has like an Ivy Bridge build. It's just not upgraded to UEFI yet, and he has 32 gigs RAM. I'm like, dude, it's still fine. Like your biggest issue now is if you wanted to buy 32 gigs of RAM again, like you're spending about as much as your system's worth, like his current system is worth, on just RAM. RAM prices are a bitch, man. That's what happens when, you know, Micron and all those guys fix the RAM prices. Well, supposedly.
Yeah.
And after China talked to them, they mysteriously had more stock and decided to start making more. And China fined them, but never said specifically why they fined them. Yeah. Price collusion. They've done it before in the past. I'm gonna put it back. Yeah, I got this one. I swear I have. Like you've seen it before. It's like not braided at all, and it, you know, like this is overkill. Like here's a custom SATA extension. Probably got that from. Might have been Frozen CPU. Don't go there. The guy's crazy unless that's the only place you can find it. Like his what do you want to call them? Lighting strips. Those are on Frozen CPU. They're the only ones that carry it.
Don't make me bang.
What?
Twitch moving. Chat's moving so fast.
God damn it.
I'm surprised Squeers doesn't have a sword yet.
I don't think he has a he's not modded
Yeah, no,
because he's never been to my stream before. I don't think. Should I mod him?
Doesn't have a sword.
How does mod?
/ mod D Squares. Literally just / mod.
I made him a mod.
Squares.
There we go. I should add him as a friend too. I think you're already a friend, right?
I don't know. I might not have accepted it. I don't really accept
you never.
Twitch. I don't accept Twitch friend requests.
I can mod you again. I think you're already modded though.
You could ban me and remod me. That'd be fun.
All right, we just got another moderator of the channel. I think most of the people watching are now moderators.
Squeers, if you want, you can in fact unmod yourself if you don't want that responsibility. But you really don't.
Well, here's the thing. He's gonna be doing. I bought him a $15 webcam, so he's gonna be doing live like some of the tech or
the
live forums with me. Yeah. Hopefully.
Talk about mice and shit.
I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Whatever the.
Talk about how shit Destiny is.
Actually.
And how debated you're gonna be because Call of Duty's new beta's out, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, it's such a good game. You're gonna spend $80 on it only for them to drop support within a week." And
one of the guys at work is trying to tell me like, "Yeah, it's good because you know like you only have sliding from Black Ops 3. They took away like the double jumping and the jetpacks," and I'm like, "No."
Never again.
Never again.
I will never again buy a Call of Duty game.
Unless they make Call of Duty 4 remastered.
Never again. I will.
Or Black Ops 1 remastered. That would probably
never again buy a Call of Duty game. Ever.
Dude, they did really bad with the World War II, man.
Like
Beta was so good.
Like super cocked. Like you know, you're talking. Oh, yeah, the beta was
Oh,
great.
he's playing Battlefield 1. He doesn't have dual monitors either, so he can't even see us.
Barely even hear us over the sound of explosions.
Alright, we gotta find you that. There's a thing over there. Oh, no, that's a fan cable. Like, I swear half of Nathan's computer is still here. Oh, dude, do these fit your... I wonder. Nope. Does that look kind of cool? Yeah. I know they don't. No glue. Yep. Yeah, 950 up there at 650. I'll have to look in my other stash.
I can hear you though. Wow.
You can't hear me?
No, squares.
Oh, swears.
Do I sound delicious being allergic to cats and sniffling every 2 seconds? I'll give you a second to alt-tab from your game.
He needs to get a second monitor, but until we build him his desk, he probably can't have a second monitor. So...
Yes. Thanks.
Alright. So, I got all the cables for Anthrax. You might actually be getting a cable from here. Yep, this is specifically what I was looking for. How's that?
That'll do. Duct tape it yellow, or like electrical tape it yellow. Electrical tape, make it stand out as possible, like bright as possible, so I change it faster. Let's be honest, though, I'm not going to change it. So
No, there's no. I think this is fine. Like, it's really the only way to.
So we're gonna plug it in and then rerun it like that.
Yeah, I would push it through the thing here. You know what I mean? And then
Be this side.
no, other way around.
Excuse me.
This plugs in the. Oh,
Excuse me.
sorry. Never mind. I'm drunk. I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
I've had like 3 beers over like 3 hours, and they're session beers, so that's not. Now, if it was like 3 12 or 15 percenters,
Go in the hole.
you know what I
Go
mean?
in the hole.
You're totally missing the hole. Like you're.
I have a lot of experience.
I was gonna make that comment.
What?
I mean, I'll admit I'm rusty personally, so. Squares probably isn't though.
Trying to put the square peg in the round hole. Oh.
I'll let you handle it.
I'm gonna put this. We made it. We got it. We got it. We figured it out. Sometimes it just takes a couple. Pie lube.
Yeah, if anybody needs a Noctua 120mm industrial, I'll sell it to you cheap. It was never used, like except for testing every now and then. I have 0 use for it because anytime I have more, like, I either need 2 fans
Or 16.
yeah, or like minimum 5. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. You know what I mean? Like it's, and 2 you could get away with because you could just put them on your cooler or something, right? So having 1 is, and what I bought this one for was cooling a graphics card. I actually modded it to take this fan instead of, like in Chibi PC, you know how the graphics card's so close to the bottom? So what I did is I just swapped the bottom fan out with this and took the fans off the graphics card. It turns out when you don't have the cooling on your graphics card, the VRM don't cool.
Why not be stupid and put this underneath?
I mean, you know.
Sometimes I just don't understand what I'm thinking.
Oh, and if anybody also needs some normal NF-F12s, I have like
For free.
no, not for free. Cheap. They're used like cheap in relative terms. I just have a lot of them because I bought enough to redo Anthrax 9. Like I bought the rest of NF-F12s. So I have how many fans are in there? Like 18.
A few.
Yeah, so I have 8 brand new NF-F12s. No accessories unless you make me dig them out. Which, I mean, I can, I guess. You know what I mean?
We're not going to talk about this move I'm going to make here on Zip Time.
got 8 brand new ones, and then I have 10 used ones. So, and used is what, relative, really? 3 years. Like, here's a stack of 4 of them. NF-F12s.
Can't see any of the stuff I'm doing.
I can hear you though. Yes. What is he saying?
That
Yes.
was to me saying if I still sound good, even though I sound like I'm dying because of the stupid.
I mean, I think everything through the webcam mic probably sounds like it's dying.
You're not wrong.
So it's just that I'm way too lazy to actually hook up. Like, this is ghetto, okay?
I think everything in the back is all hooked up. Pumps hooked up. Top fans. I need a side fan that I need to fish through. Oh, fuck.
Is it really 1.1?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, it was 12:30.
I don't want to know what this liquid is on the inside of this fan.
I have it on some of mine too. What it's from is it condensing the air, like in those little like doodads.
I was hoping it was something that would
Like not cat pee. I thought it was cat pee.
No, it wouldn't be cat pee at my house. I was more concerned if it may have come from me somehow.
Oh.
Like
You need your
from the night that I woke up on the floor or something.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I because it kind of looks like cat pee. I thought it was cat pee initially.
You know just how I like it. Yeah.
Here.
This is all my front panel stuff. This is this one.
Oh, okay.
We got to fish through
Yeah.
there because I think we were able to fish it through at one point.
Probably. Oh, you know what? You know how like my laptop's currently having a heart attack? I'm gonna make it encode this episode for YouTube too.
Yeah.
Just because I need my desktop tomorrow for editing the Razor video.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Well, here. What you do is you grab a tie wrap. Right? You push the tie wrap
Is
through.
this gonna turn the corner?
It should. Oh, dude. Hold on. Holy. We might not be able to go out that way. I can't even see my finger.
Yeah, no, I don't remember how we did this.
Oh, I do. You can go up over the tank here. Watch it. Do you see my tie wrap? I can probably get a longer wire. But yeah, you can go, let me grab a flashlight. Which side of the flashlight's on? You missed. Oh, I blinded myself. Right? Okay, you see my finger in there? Pressing.
Yeah.
So that's where you have to go.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Gotcha. I don't know how there's like a staple in that.
What?
I don't know. It was in the
What?
rubber gasket.
What?
I don't know. It wasn't like a full size staple. It was just like a little.
What?
Hey, it's the kitty that I don't know the name of.
Yeah, then what you doing over here? You come hiss at me?
Yep. There's kind of bad on this.
Hopefully you can hear that. I'm looking at mine. Alright, so we're gonna...
I'm assuming that cat's not like a pick me up kind of cat.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, have at it. Like, yes and no. Like, she gets mad when I pet her, so she gets just as mad when I pick her up.
Okay.
So,
It's kind of like.
but I think it's more mad because she's just uncomfortable where she is than like,
Yeah.
as you pet her, she'll start purring.
She just doesn't want to be. She wants to be back where she was.
That's not gonna happen. Alright, so here, I made a little, this should be long enough to get through there.
Yeah.
And then
You stick it through.
and then you tape it, and you go, yeah. And that's why I made the extension. So you should be able to electrical tape. Do I have any in here right now? Is there any over there?
There is, I'm blind.
Alright, so we got more tie wraps, Preston. Oh god. So what we're gonna do is tie wrap that to this. Come here, you. Like that, right? And the other thing we need to do is go to tie wrap. Go like, okay, we're gonna put this all our way through, like this. Right, and we're gonna take this. Oh, that would probably work better. Like that, and you're gonna take this. There we go. And then clip off both of those. Probably, this is a profuse waste of tie wraps, but like, now that I found them on Amazon for like super duper cheap, and I found these exact ones now, the long ones but still skinny. You know, I really like those. Yeah, I can just kind of. It was like 10,000 for like $10. So, yeah. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Oh! I almost fucked that up. Okay, what's the issue there?
It's got to turn the corner and go down.
Yeah, we're not going through the
It's the clip.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that. That's called skills. Skills right there. Hey, kitten. Yeah,
It's old grandma.
yeah, yeah.
Not happy to touch from out of nowhere.
Yes, it's a Tell Preston that you slept on my feet, but then I woke up and noticed you did, and then you're like, "Not cool, bro," and then ran off. Like she wants to sleep on my feet and like wants to be by me, but then she doesn't want to do it while she's like, "Well, I noticed that."
Yeah. It'll take a bit for her to get
Like a month plus, right? So
Oh.
I'm going on 2 months. She's getting better slowly. Like she actually comes upstairs now.
So I mean, it's still gonna take. You're talking what?
Yeah.
You know how old she actually is, like for sure.
14 at least. My mom knows.
God.
I don't know for sure personally though.
She's 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spent 14 years somewhere else, and I was like, oh yeah.
She did live here during a very short, like a couple months. Well, he was moving, so
Okay, so she does know the place, but
it's probably been like
yeah,
better part of 10 years since she's been here again.
but half her life.
Yeah. All right, so we got that cable through. What else we got? I like the way we routed the tubes this time, President.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely just like throwing fur around.
And not in the same way Gertrude is, because Gertrude just gets like pattern and it comes out.
Yeah.
This is more like stress.
Or but this, you can definitely tell she's still like on edge, jumpy.
Yep. Okay, what does Square say? I can hear you though. Yes, ghetto. Just how I like it. Hashtag skills. Dang straight, I guess, would be the... Dang straight.
I love how you say it and then type it.
Yeah. Maybe they're not listening. They're only reading chat. They'd probably be less likely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that sounds what reversed.
Don't listen to me, people. I mean, dude, keep listening to me.
Turn off the stream right now. If you don't, I'm gonna ban you. No, that sounds backwards.
Yeah, Preston, I'm thinking you have your side panel back. It's just such a good heatsink
Yeah,
on my laptop.
whatever. What do you do is
Is the one that's on your tower cooler, is that the side panel fan?
Don't know what the fan is for.
Well, the fan's right there.
It's actually, yeah.
No, it's like, look behind you. It is on your tower cooler still.
Oh, that's right.
Because you were going to use that one, and I'm like, why not just move it from your side panel to your tower cooler? Because that way you could plug everything in, and your computer wouldn't be all like, what's this new random... Maybe we would have rejected it. Do you think because it's so used to Noctua that it would have just like...
Fuck you.
What
What is this?
What is this garbage?
Because that is exactly what a computer sounds like.
Yeah. You'll probably just be like...
Yeah, I've read that.
What did you stick in the fan?
Stop it. This is like how you put the radiators on or whatever back in the day.
Yeah. But imagine like a much larger object
Please.
with also a dangly thing on it. I gotta find a use for that one fan that we made Nathan.
Yeah, the prototype blue LED. Only it didn't take so long and they didn't have to run it 100%.
Yeah. I mean, also, how much did we spend on those LEDs? Like $3 or something? Yeah, $5
Max.
Yeah, that's how you get quality LEDs, right?
Absolutely.
We need a lot. Like, didn't we look up how much it was to get proper ones? And they're like, no, we could get him
Well,
good
it was like
fans
20,
for
it was
that.
like $30 for like 10 of them or something. Maybe a lot. It was probably like $5 for 10. But still, $5 for 10, you need 4 on each fan. That adds up pretty quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. Keeps telling me link to accounts and hashtags in bio. Yeah, I have both of those in my bio. Like, it's telling me something I don't. You know what I mean? Like it's trying to, but then I already have used both of those features. What are you looking to plug into? So I bet you that goes there.
Yeah.
This
It goes to the far
goes
one,
this, and this goes straight in there.
probably.
That'd be my guess. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, you can probably cut that tire off. Right.
Yeah.
Might cut the tire, but I can make them. Oh yeah, definitely hold on to this cooler though, because it says AM4 support. So it's like if you I'm assuming we're probably going with AMD unless Intel pulls something out of their patukas when you rebuild. So you'll actually be able to build your system without stealing your cooler. Oh, you know, it's always nice to have extra cooler, extra power supply. You know, troubleshooting. You know, that makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it?
That was the cable about the. Went to cut the strip that has a lot more resistance than a zip tie.
See, people are telling me that it was harder to swap components when you did cable management. I'm like, no, because like everything's like in the correct place right now. You know what I mean? Like, it is definitely easier to swap components when you do proper cable.
Imagine if this was
Like, that whole mess was just like you'd open up the back and it would just sprawl out.
I love no one can see what we're doing right now too. That's the best part.
Well, I think currently it's squares.
Yeah.
so he's seen your build before, and he's not watching the stream either.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, YouTube. You kind of got the shaft. Sorry.
if you're wondering, Preston routed the wrong cables to the wrong doodads.
Yeah, you know, it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, here, I'll flip it around for you. I should probably lower the height because we're not looking into the thing anymore either. You know what I mean?
Not really.
All right. Down we go. Should we make people sick? Like, just like... Woo!
I mean, should we make people sick? Yes or no? And still
And then... Bleh.
not even take an answer. Just do it anyways. No warning. Just...
I think the question of should we make people sick was the warning, Preston. Alright, so what we're dealing with here is we had that fan plugged into that extension and that fan plugged into that extension when it's supposed to be the fan we didn't have pulled through. And then yada, and it's all nicely done. And like I've seen comments on recent videos where people were saying, not mine, because nobody watches my videos.
But you are. Joke's on you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of the reason why nobody watches my videos is I didn't put one out for a year. But, you know. But yeah, and they're saying, like, yeah, no, it's way, like, why would you spend all that time and then when you have to swap components, it's so much harder. Turns out, no, it's not. Because stuff is exactly where you just plug it in, man. You don't have to, like, do anything. It's like, bam. Look at that. Now all I have to do is tie up this to here, I think, and then that to there. And then this goes up in the corner here, I think. You know, like that. And then bam, you're done. We have to put graphics cards in because kind of need those, I guess.
On board.
Well, I'm on board. Have you done that before? This?
3 monitors, I think you can handle it.
Onboard graphics are just there to test if your
Computer turns on.
yeah, if your computer turns on and if your dedicated card is working properly. That's literally. By the way, I love this thing. A better version of this would be a piece of PVC pipe. You know how they make the things to mount it properly, like on the wall or the ceiling or whatever? The 2 clamps and then a cap on that, and then it would be way more durable than some stick-on tie-downs I screwed into the side of it and paper towel thing. But, I mean, this isn't not durable. You right, Hammett?
Nope. He's just dying.
Don't die, please. I've had enough with that with cats. And Gertrude got really, like the day after I came back from my trip, Gertrude got really sick. That was not cool, and she's still not doing well. She's still got, like, the swelling behind her eye is down, but she's definitely not back to full Gertrude-ness. Like, you pick her up and she, not always, but she'll like growl at you a little bit or hiss, and she's also still constipated a bit, so we have to keep giving her laxative in her dinner at night to try and, because you don't want to like we could give her a walk right away and just have it all go well, but that would cause other issues. Yeah, she's at least able to eat now though, because before she was so constipated, like that's why she was puking everywhere. And I'm like, God dang it, kid, it sounds like you. What I swear, I've experienced that exact. You know, and we have no idea how she got the head trauma behind her eye, like 0. I'm thinking she fell off of something at some point, but.
Sure she just didn't get beaten up by Zeke.
Yeah. The bad thing though is Zeke still goes after her even though she's like not doing, like she's doing fine now, like but not at 100%, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like Zeke, just chill. She's not in her normal like run everywhere, break everything mode because she can't be. You know. Tire ups are your friend, guys. I will link these specific ones because that's what I like. I like these because they're long. So you can, like the long isn't even good because you normally don't bundle that many cables together. It's just nice for like looping under stuff. And I would link you guys this wire cutter as it is the best wire cutter for PC stuff ever, but you can't buy it because it's only available at Menards. And I'm pretty sure Menards is only a is at a minimum a Midwest thing, if not a Wisconsin thing. I don't know if it's. And that's their store brand, so it's not even like. Oh, and by the way, they're really shitty and cheap. So like, you have to like look through their stack of like 6 to find 2 actual.
$5.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got anything.
So, and they're worth $5, you know. Okay, so I think that's done. Oh, and that, like how I had that little extension, that's part of the reason why I recommend, especially on your first time build, building it somebody who's built 1 or 2 computers before. Not saying like, because they'll just have, like, you just, after time, gain extra bits. You know what I mean? Like, if you keep the cooler parts, you keep the fans, you know, you got fan screws, you got, because even like these washers, imagine if like, you know, you didn't have them.
Yeah.
You'd have to go and buy it. I mean, I guess you could go, but would you even, as a first-time builder, know to go and buy washers? I don't think most people would. Just find, and then you don't have to build it for you. It's more of just a, like, making sure you're doing it right. Or if you need assistance, you actually have somebody to ask rather than, like, I've seen people ask, like, the internet. Don't ask the internet. I mean, you can ask me, too. Like, I'll answer your question. Or Preston, or Squeers. But, you know. And like some of the bigger YouTubers, I'm not going to say like don't bother at like your time, but they don't have the time to answer like every person's build questions, you know. And I'm not saying I'm gonna answer every single one, you know, like, but oh, we gotta tie up this yet. There's a couple cables we gotta tie up in there, Kristen. Like the rest of the ones from the pump.
Yeah.
But we can even do that after you're done. Let's go. Square says, hey, one of your vids showed up right away when I opened YouTube the other day. It was the Cooler Master unboxing vid, which is weird because that video is like a year old. And it did, like, that one actually showed up in my feed too, like my like, you know, TheProfosist. It showed up on my personal YouTube as well. But like my newest video didn't. But it fed me the Cooler Master one, which is, I don't understand how YouTube works, man. I mean, does YouTube even know how YouTube works?
No. Do huge YouTubers know how YouTube works?
No. No, well, they think they do, but the thing is as soon as anybody gets close to figuring out how any of it works,
every time you
it
think
changes.
you have the answer, I change the questions.
Yep. And that's the whole point, is so that you can't gain it. You know, you can't
Cheat the system.
cheat the system. Yep. Even though the system's broken, but yeah.
They absolutely F over all their content creators, but you know, that's beside.
And other people were like, when I was like restarting this game too, they were like, well, why don't you like upload to like someplace else? I'm like, where?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to do Twitch stuff, but I'm not even big enough on like this live stream. I think can only stay for a week because I'm not.
You're not
affiliated or partnered. Yep. Which is fine, and I also don't think I can upload videos because like Twitch now has the ability where you can like upload stuff, right? But being that I'm not affiliated or partnered, I can't do that either. Which is, I mean, that's understandable. Like, I'm not saying they should immediately make me, you know, I'm not asking for that. But it's like, then you have to go to YouTube because YouTube has the biggest potential audience. You know what I mean? Like, and like, say with the Razer one, I'm actually getting a bunch of views, not even just on Razer stuff, but they'll see the Razer video and, you know, at the end it'll recommend another video of mine. And I say a bunch, but it's not like a ton of views, but it you know, it's more than, I had been getting considerably. Like my chart has a huge peak in it once that released. That's why I need to get the second video out. Like,
Some 8 fan
ASAP.
screws.
What are you looking for?
8 fan screws.
I mean, I can get you some if you need them.
I don't know where they go. They just disappear.
They're not in your box.
Oh.
Maybe they're the ones I gave Squares.
That's possible.
Sponsors? Yeah, I don't really have sponsors, Squares. I just, like, they send me crap.
Hashtag sponsor.
I mean, I will. I mean, no, technically, Anthrax 9 is sponsored by Noctua. Like, to an extent. Like,
Mostly.
yeah, like, they didn't give me all the fans. They gave me a certain amount, and then I had to buy the rest. It wasn't just one either. And they gave me a deal on the rest of the fans. So yes, I will be putting sponsored on that sort of stuff when I specifically talk about Noctua with that build. But besides that, no, none of the stuff. They've just sent it to me for like review samples and stuff. Nobody's ever. And in some cases, they just send me shit. Like, oh, did I tell you I got a package from eGrips?
No.
Yeah, they sent me like, because they started doing more. They had to raise the price on their material. It's now $50 a roll.
Really?
Yeah, but now they have more pre-cut that aren't for phones and shit. Like, you can buy a sheet of, I forget how many, but they're half-inch circles. It's like $10. So like a lot of times that's all I would put. I would use it for feet on stuff. The circles would be fine. You know what I mean? The issue was previously, remember, all their pre-cut was like phone skins and like all this other, you know, it wasn't just generic like squares and circles. It was, hey.
That was Hamlet. Wasn't it?
No, I think that was her.
I thought that was Hamlet.
Oh, if it was Hamlet, sorry, yeah.
Choking.
If it was you, not sorry.
Choking on himself.
Square, should I try and get the new Cooler Master mouse? I was thinking about emailing them. I don't know if they'd send it to us, but the last video got decent feedback. We never wrote up the reviews, though. No, Squares did. I just never posted it because I didn't proofread it. I think it's literally on the website, just not posted.
Submitted, yeah. Or not approved.
Yeah. So.
That's not a small thing on there yet.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like you did it.
Yeah, I know I wrote it.
Did I ever post it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
But I'm getting the website to the point where, because I don't even have any of the YouTube stuff up on the website yet. Get this. Kevlar Condom told me when I was in Seattle, I didn't have any of my social media links on the website. So I kept referring people to there, but they wouldn't ever find anything from there because there weren't any social media links. Yeah. Like even my YouTube, not on my website.
Go to my website to get all my stuff except for my YouTube, Twitter, anything that you normally use to contact people in this day and age.
Yeah, the new Cooler Master mouse, that's the knockoff of the plant set.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need 8 screws.
Okay. We'll blame Squares because he's not here. Squares, why'd you take Preston's screws? He actually needed 8 screws for his rear fan because he finally got the rear fan for his case because he bought the Noctuas off me. Are there really none over here? No. So many bolts. Oh, dude, can't lose those. Those are my original thumb screws from the Antic 900. They're probably gonna hold on a power supply on the new build because I don't need
God, that epoxy was so good.
Yeah, we did a good job. It was just like it took us like a whole tube to figure out how quickly it.
No, I had to go back and I had to go buy a new tube. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preston, I think you put them over here.
Oh, maybe that's where they are.
1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. Well, there's 4. They're the longer ones, right? Like that, like
Thick cord.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the special ones. Here's like the normal length I'm running for a fan screw. It's a little bit longer.
I mean, I could use those for this.
They're not the same thread, so you would start cross-threading. Like, yeah. I have more of them. It's just a matter of. I have to actually special order those now. They used to be on Newegg, and then Newegg still to this day. I ordered them 5 times and got them to refund me 5 times, and you let me keep all the screws every time, right? They still have not changed the picture to the shorter screws, even though they send you shorter screws every time. Like here, like you see, look at these bags of screws here. Here, like here's one of them.
Yep.
And I have them because they're like, oh, just keep them because they're like $5. You know what I mean? But here, like I'm running out of the long ones. That's all I have left is.
Yeah.
And with each fan taking somewhere from 4 to 8 screws, that doesn't last you very long, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I gave Squeers your screws.
Impossible.
Because he needed 8, and I think there were like 8 conveniently in a bag. And I'm like, oh, these must have been the 8 that I was supposed to give you. You know what I mean? But they might have been your 8 screws. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Those screws when I last got them, because I couldn't get them from Newegg anymore, I had to custom order them from Frozen CPU, which I don't recommend any of you order ever from ever, unless you have to. But you order them by screw, like 1 screw at a time. That's a little
Trash.
yeah. Like, oh yeah, I never looked up your replacement parts for your. Oh, I can't. Corsair's website's down right now. FrozenCPU.com. They actually sent me, because I needed to buy more of that Norprene tubing, the black stuff, and they're the only ones that sell it in the US. They did get it to me. So it seems like they're at least shipping people things now. You know, I went through like PayPal through my credit card.
Yeah.
So like if something were to happen, I could like charge back or whatever, you know what I mean, like doing that stuff. But like when they still have like an H100 on their front page, like you know that it's yeah, they don't really update it, which is fine. Maybe they're just trying to keep it open to sell their existing stock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, which is fine because I need their existing stock. So they literally have a selection for screws. We need fan screws. Fan screws. Alright, so those are the extended fan screw. I think they're the 15 mil. They might be the 12 mil. I'll have to measure them, right? They're 40 cents a screw.
Nice.
Think about that. That's
quite expensive.
because that ends up being what, like $1.20 per, $1.60 per fan.
Yeah.
If you use 4. I think last time I got him to do me a deal though, because I was like, hey, I'm buying like 200 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me a deal because I'm buying so many. I wonder if McMaster Car has McMaster Car, because you know, like, that's where we got all the hardware for
Yeah. Water cooling.
yeah, water cooling stuff, and like my custom RAM coolers on Anthrax 8. But I don't know. Why can't I just go to their website? They want me to install their app. Sometimes I just want to go to people's websites, you know?
Why would you do that?
It's like every time you go to Reddit on my phone just to read an article, it's like, you should really download the Reddit app. I'm like, I go here like once a week, maybe. No. Computer fan screws. Because you realize if I can find it on here, it's gonna be like a bag of like 100 for $1 or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
female threaded jack screw. No, that's not the correct kind of screw.
Unfortunately, this acrylic cracked. Or plexiglass cracked.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
just by
cracked
the
into-
screw hole,
yeah.
or is it?
Well, it cracked to the cut. One cracked by the screw hole.
That's the shape of the acrylic. Computer fan screw size. Because I can figure out like what they are, like what the technical specifications are. You know what I mean?
Hey,
That was after.
yes, it was.
Going after Phyllis. Where's the girl?
That's Phyllis.
Hello, Phyllis. I knew you were coming to see Preston. No, see? Like that's. I have to.
Phyllis was literally just walking by.
Yep.
She decluttered. She.
Everything's close. And like here, if you want like the short ones on Amazon, it's like $4 for 100. So the thing is I specifically like having, you know, because like some of the stuff you just put on wouldn't have fit if you had the short fan screw because you don't have enough thread on it.
Yeah.
Let's look up a long computer and screws. And that brings up radiators, not, you know, like self-tapping ones.
Heavier now.
Yeah. You got water in there, man. Turns out water's.
Didn't I give you 8 bag though?
What?
Squares.
Oh. Yeah, you did. But I think I gave you like 16. Like you had 8, and I gave you 8. So like, I mean, they're probably back here, and I gave them some. Oh, we got 3 viewers. Viewer list. I don't know who's else viewing. But yeah, you gave them back. But I think like specifically the ones I gave you were his. Not, I mean, like they're the same thing. It doesn't truly matter all that much, but
No,
yeah.
I needed my screws.
Oh, dude, look at this chunky fan. They make a chunky 40mm fan now. You see that? Like, it's 20. It's your normal fan thickness, but 40mm. So it's like your little one that's in there, right? But this size. What'd you do?
I don't think that other card got put in. I need a screwdriver to pull the tab up because
What's in there?
I don't think that tab's all the way up though.
This one?
Yeah.
You want it down when you put it in there.
Yeah, I know, but it was down. Yeah, I don't think it snapped up.
Oh, this one's up.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, good.
this one I know it didn't.
The one thing you might have to do is put this wire up, because you're hitting. I bet you're hitting the. Like, sorry, my left hand is dirt. There, like that. Because you're basically arresting the PCB on the. If that makes sense. Yeah, I'll probably just have to contact Frozen CPU and just be like, I want to buy your fan screws again. Because, I mean, you know he's not going to tell me where he gets them. You know?
Yeah.
It's probably McMaster car. I just need to figure out like what, because like I only know them as like computer case fan screws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to have a specific threading.
Actually, like a screw.
Yeah. Like they have to have a, because all the threads have some sort of rating. You know, you're like a you know sizing or whatever. Your microphone big. You need this one, okay? Just the slimmer. Oh, I gotta order you. I can't even look up if I can order you a new. All I know is I won't be able to epoxy this because I can't get it back together because somehow something big came out of a hole smaller than it. I mean, Flexit Plastics. What I mean is plastic flexes. So that would be my guess as to how it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I could get it back in there, you could epoxy it. But like I can only get one side in. Yeah, because if I can't snap it back to where it was, it's not going to stay. Even if I epoxy it, you know what I mean? Because there's... Oh, this is what it did. Okay, so when I bent it in, right, it actually deformed the plastic and then broke because this is thicker than the plastic around it, whereas if Corsair would have designed it properly, it would have been the opposite. You know, like the middle would have been thinner than the outside.
Yeah.
Because this actually doesn't flex very much. If you look at it, like, all the flexing is done by that lower part.
I think we should be good to go.
Alright. Well, I will move so you can plug it in. And then, once Corsair's website is back up, I will order you a replacement doodad. You can have one doodad, though. Alright guys, it's the final. Oh, did you clean up this hole? Probably just tie up that real quick before you
Don't want to do it,
yeah.
which I already don't.
Well, you know, I mean, like before you, because like once you let it there for a while, you definitely won't do it.
Oh yeah, that's guaranteed.
No, I'm not saying that's just you. That's me too. You know what I mean? Like. That was like my Anthrax 8. I ran it for months because I had to get through school and shit with it. Where like it was like half water cooled. Remember, like I bypassed the GPUs to put in the 1080. Still. Did you chase her off after? And now she's on the couch, like defending it. It's like cat chill, right? Dude, if I open anything, like I just opened Task Manager to check out like what my CPU and stuff was running at, right? And like that put the CPU over the edge.
Like that's how close this is running to,
Yeah.
which is fine because it'll work. Yeah, and that's all that matters is like I can chuck this in the garage then with the like the webcam on the tripod and let her rip, you know. But I think I would have to drop it down to 720p probably. Like if I were to do something on the laptop and you want to stream it.
My other side panels. There.
So, Preston, it stays in there fine. Yeah. I mean, I'll still order a new one when I get a chance, but. Oh, is this yours? We got a notification on Twitch again. Let's check that out. Oh, we streamed even more. Apparently. Oh, the one thing I was going to say is like you closed it up without testing it first.
Yeah.
First.
Probably.
Dude, I have so many extra Corsair parts for those coolers that like, cause like we have already made so damn many of them.
Yeah.
Like I had to do the H80, the H60 V1 was actually a flawed cooler right out of the gate. They wouldn't even like question like when you sent it in. They'd be like, "Yep, here's the new one." They didn't want the old one back. So like that was like, yeah, that's broken.
Throw on a quick game of Rocket League.
Do I want to play a quick game of Rocket League?
Throw it on here.
Yeah, just throw it up on the. Oh, you need a controller or something?
Yeah.
Trying to think what I have for Xbox 360 or Xbox One.
Let's see, do we make it through post?
Oh, I got the.
I hear liquid moving. All the fans are on. I think you plug the power button into direct BIOS instead of the restart.
No, it shouldn't be possible to do
Oh, well,
because it's separated.
then it might just be the RAM being weird. Oh. Try to see. 3, I think is what we have it in right now. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so it gave me one of the things. There it is. Alright, so I got you the Razer Wildcat. Wildcat! Wildcat! They already replaced that thing. the RGB version, Preston, because you know RGB is superior, right? That just makes the device inherently superior.
Yep. They literally made this so you can't fucking break it like Peyton did.
What's up? I'll head back.
We got a stream playing the stream.
What'd they do, Preston?
They made it so you can't fuck it up. It's
Yeah.
screwed in the wrong way, like someone, you know.
Oh, that where he reads specifically not how to do it and then does it that way. Yeah. We lost controller that day. A nice one too.
Brand new.
Yep.
Literally brand new. USB 3 short, right?
Sure. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Can't wait to play on this blurry screen.
Yeah, guys. So VA panels, they might have great contrast in color and whatnot, right, for the money. But if you're doing anything but like watching like videos on it, yeah, don't buy it probably, unless it's one of the newer ones. Yeah, your one core being pegged by something. Little 1K?
Yeah. This little probably was this on. Can't even tell.
It should just plug right in and be activated. I mean, like, you'll see shortly, I guess.
Try it back.
And the controller worked the last time I used it. You know, maybe USB 2. It might also have to actually install the driver for it. But it should just be an Xbox One wired controller. You know what I mean?
The front panel USB ports are aft.
Didn't it make the badink noise
It
on the
did
front?
just make it.
But it made it on the back too, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. We got light on. I might need to start the game. Oh no. Due to inactivity, what? That better be for doubles. Yeah.
Press is like, no!
No, it's my solo standard. Ooh, this controller's gross.
It's just not what you're used to, Preston.
Yeah, I know. It's so gross.
The sticks I actually like though.
Oh god, we have 144 hertz set. Max FPS 60. 59.
We're testing the PC out, making sure it's not overheating with some Rocket League. I mean, we probably, like, my recommendation would probably be some hardware info and, like, check your sensors first, maybe. But if you're Preston, straight Rocket League.
That's not
If you're running those sticks, they specifically made that controller to be like Xbox 360 sticks, not Xbox One sticks. So, and that's why I got it was for FPS games on Xbox One. So I still prefer the 360 sticks over the Xbox One sticks. And I'm still trash on console FPS nowadays because I'm way too used to the mouse.
This monitor is struggling.
Hey man, it was like $90 on Black Friday, okay? And it has like a 2001 contrast ratio. So, do you think that makes up a little bit for its... By the way, it is not calibrated, so it probably looks like garbage color-wise too. But...
Can't even see the monitor.
What? Oh, I mean, I can turn it. Hold on. I'll turn it for you guys.
This is exactly how you're supposed to stream video games.
Should we change it to Rocket League? Probably shouldn't do that. That'll be my guess.
Oh god. Nigel. Please.
Wow, we have 3 viewers now.
That's not Rocket League, just the game.
I have yet to see it in Stream Destiny. I don't know if I ever will. I get too mad at it. Because we always do like really well in Destiny, and then the next game immediately we get somebody who's hacking. Like significantly hacking.
This.
We had a guy in our game the other night that had a 33 kill streak. 33 kill streak. After doing the math, we think he died 2 or 3 times a whole game. It was over 50 kills, if I recall correctly, which is like a lot. Like I would say in 6v6, like 20s to 30s is your average for your highs, your high scores, right? Maybe 30, like low to mid 30s for like your real high scores. And usually even those guys are kind of sketchy, depending on how it was played.
Oh, my left eye's twitching. Oh, yes. Boost for this.
Well, it seemed to be working. Like, when you're done with this game, we'll have to download hardware. Well, I mean, if you still have my server saved on your computer, you should still get it off. If you don't, we'll just download hardware info, or hardware monitor. Not hardware info, so. Chris is probably asleep by now because he gets to work 11 to 7 around. Luckily, we got most of that stuff.
Oh man, what a bad play. Oh, I missed.
so quiet after you.
Mhm.
I know what's up. We've had problems with your computer before getting Xbox One controllers working on your USB 3 ports.
Mhm.
That goes all the way back to Windows 8. Because remember, it wants to load a default driver, but then can't.
Mhm.
I bet you it's that same issue.
I'm not gonna lie, this controller actually kind of reminds me of playing with the Sabertooth.
Yeah.
That's what I played on for multiple years.
Yeah. They don't even make that one anymore, which I think, like, that thing was around less than a year. And nothing was wrong with it. It's just like apparently it wasn't selling very well, and then they made, and that's because that was in development before the PS4 won the console wars.
Yeah.
So now they make a PS4 controller,
Mhm.
and they do make a new Xbox One, but it's like. They went to the Xbox One control stick, so I'm glad I got that one when I did because I like the Xbox 360 style sticks. You know, like the lower. There's more left-right to them, but they're also lower height.
Mhm.
Versus the Xbox One is a taller stick with less left-right motion. That one is not programmable because you remember the Sabertooth and the Onza kind of were. Like on the controller itself, they said they specifically couldn't be anymore to be in tournaments, even if it was just a remap. But then the Xbox, because that was developed before the Xbox Elite controller came out. And you know the Xbox Elite controller can be remapped now, and you can use that in tournaments. So Razer kind of just got shafted on that whole thing because by the time that came out, you could like the season after that came out, they started allowing remaps because of the Xbox Elite controller. People were like, well, I bought the official Microsoft controller. What do you mean I can't use it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the new one of that has remappable, and that's its one downside. Is
The one issue I have with this is the stick is also super slick.
Yeah.
Incredibly slick.
Yeah, it's because it's steel. The stem of the stick is steel, and then it's hard plastic on the outside. So it's like.
Oh, what a bad launch.
Hey, Trudes. What's up? Come here. Come here. Want to be on camera again? We can make that happen. Alright, come here. Good Trudes. Good Trudes. Come here. Go and download hardware monitor, I believe it's called HWS. Maybe the same guys that make CPU ID. Come here, Truth.
If you're wondering what I've been wanting to buy recently.
MVP baseball for
2005 for GameCube, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, the other day I was talking about a bunch of GameCube games because I was talking about
Probably shouldn't browse Facebook on the stream.
probably not. Do you still have my server saved on your computer or no? Like Windows E? And is it still mounted or no? Nope. Try going to network and getting in there on the left side, network. Down. Oh, there you go. The pylon. Nope. Okay. Then just download it. Like just Google hardware info. HW information. I think it's called. I forget. It's really nice because you know you used to have to do like one for CPU, one for
Graphics.
temperature, one for and this one will do everything now. Yeah, HW info. Nope, that's not it. HW info 64. Down. Maybe. Hold on. Let me check. Let's check the phone here because I have it on my phone. Just chill. Just. Per. I see. You're trying to be cute. Is that Hamlet laying himself
Yeah.
over there? Oh, I gotta make shortcuts to this stuff. It's so hard to find tools. Monitoring. It is on. Yeah, it's hardware monitor. The HW monitor is what it should be under. Like to type it all the way out. HW monitor. Yeah, that one. That one's 64-bit non-executable. The zip. Yeah, zip. Yep. Because you don't want to install it on your system. You just need to be able to run it. Oh, I don't think you've seen the new. Look at this. I actually sorted all my tools now. I don't know if you saw it before, but yeah. One of my live streams on my computer upstairs, like one of the future ones, for people who are actually still watching, is going to be going over like how to find my tools. One's probably Sleeping Sarah. I have no idea what that is in reference to, Squares. One's probably Sleeping Sarah. Yeah, I have no idea.
When you said that, Squeers was sleeping, probably way back. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Why would Sarah's name be, you know?
Oh, that was one alphabet.
Just press H. Wait, you extracted?
No, I might have extracted it to the wrong place. Probably.
Just right click extract here. Not extract here, no. Extract to that, yeah.
That's where they're just buried in here somewhere. That means.
Oh gosh, that'll be fun.
I mean,
You may need to clean your downloads folder up.
No, not a chance.
Okay.
All these images.
Just run 64-bit. And this is the basic view. You can customize the hell out of it. 32C, is that what I'm saying? i7 4770K, 32C, 36C. That's a little bit above ambient. What is it, ambient here? I think it's 72 is what I have the house set at. That's F. That's it, we're a bit above ambient. It's definitely working though. Try to,
On here too, they have a program that I actually like better than Prime 95 now. It's called Power Max. Like I wouldn't use this for a long run because like they purposely make it so it can only do like like a 10-minute. I think it's a half-hour max stress test. But it's really nice if you want to just like make sure your computer doesn't like isn't garbage. You know what I mean? Like use it at work too. People will complain like, oh yeah, when I actually try and do stuff, my computer shuts down. It's like, well, I'll do stuff with your computer. You know what I mean? Like, we'll set it for 5 minutes. That should probably be enough to check temps for now. And you hit. This is enough. You just run both those, and it whacks your CPU and your GPU. Pretty hardcore. 70C. Do we have a slight overclock on there?
I don't know. My GPUs, yeah.
.70C seems hot for a stock CPU. You know what I mean? Also, I guess the thermal paste isn't
Great.
no, it's not warm either. Like it's not thermal or time cycle yet. But it's not throttling. You know, what's our clock speed? 3.695. What's the stock? Oh yeah, no, it's running at stock. I bet you it's running more voltage though. When you do a clean install, we'll fix that. I can't make shortcuts.
Gertrude, that's dirty.
This is what she does though. See how there's one side over her there?
Yeah.
She got and it rips them out.
Yeah. Which one will you? You're cute. Gertrude's like, what the hell was that? Okay, let me check your GPU. And we're at 75C there too.
Oh, I know why we're up at those temps. Because your fan speed we have optimized to be that.
Yeah.
So it won't ever get hotter than that, but it won't drop it. Yeah, because we have your max temp set at like 70 to 75
Before they ramp up.
before they ramp up. Yeah, and then it'll only ramp up to keep it at that temperature, not. And 75C is fine temp. Like 90 or 105 is your Intel cutoff. So it's like. So yeah, 70. But if you're running if you have a brand new cooler, you haven't tweaked the fan speed down, and you're running at 70C with like a 280mm cooler, be concerned. In this case, though, we're running Preston's computer to be like mostly silent, if not completely. Like you can't hear it over the AC right now. You know what I mean? So in this case, we're running it up to 70, 75C, and then letting the fans like keep it at that temperature, rather than like a lot of people want to get like the lowest temperatures, but like that's plenty of low. You know, it doesn't need to be any lower really. So. It's not blowing up. So it's good, right? So once that finishes up, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you your side panel back. Alright, anybody else left? Nope, it's just even Squares is off now.